Welcome to the UglyMugsPodcast. I'm your host, Quincey.
And I'm your other host, Justin.
So let's get to the drinks quick because we got a hell of a day. E3 kind of went big.
It went good.
So I'm doing another Wicked Gel. This is a organic fair trade coffee that you can get at Sprouts. This one's the Wicked Italian. It's described as deep and soulful, rich and smoky with notes of dark chocolate. It's a dark roast ground. I like this one a lot. I like the Wicked Joe one that I did the first time better because that one was one where I could drink it without anything added.
You had mentioned, and I mean that's super keen that they support the fair trade stuff, and they actually it smelled really good.
Yeah, and it's USDA organic, it's fair trade certified, and it's the GMO project verified. Yeah. So it's healthy coffee.
Yeah.
So
as for me, I just went with a Bigelow lemon, and I have a big old pitcher of water just in case we need it because. This is a biggin'.
I also have a Mountain Dew Voltage just to get me by.
Yeah, this is going to be huge. So strap yourselves in. If you already looked at how long this cast is just from the Spotify link or the one on our website.
The iTunes link, anything like that.
You're going to see that timeline.
Yeah, and if we go a little too depth into anything, yell at us later.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're excited.
We love hearing back.
So let's actually start with my non-E3 news. I got one quick little thing, two little quick things, and then we can move into E3.
Hell yeah, we can.
So DC just announced a new comic book, which is going to be called Gotham City Monsters. And basically Frankenstein's getting all the big bads together.
That's if you guys Google that, that cover though.
I don't even know if it's a cover. I think it's just like
just an art.
It's like a one-off art type of thing, just to like give you an idea of what you're looking towards.
Okay, even still, it's an art by Philip Tan. If you Google Gotham City Monsters Philip Tan, I'm sure you're gonna find it. It's a fucking glorious piece of art with Killer Croc just hands out like, "Come on, you want to go? Let's fucking go."
So this isn't
like it.
necessarily a bad guy thing though, because if you click off the image really quick, Leviathan has dismantled Shade. And that means Frankenstein is once again a free agent. Now he can set his sights on former mentor Melmoth, the one evil that got away. So basically, he's getting bad guys together to go hunt down another bad guy.
So a Suicide Squad without it actually being a Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Okay.
Scroll down. Does it give us a release date?
September 11th.
Weird release date.
Weird release date, but
okay.
I mean, yeah. And it is the cover. Haha.
Oh, it is the cover?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And a variant by Frank Cho.
Oh, I want to see what the variant is eventually. Hopefully they release that soon. They may not have it out yet. He's going to look it up.
Let's see what we got.
I'm trying to prevent there from being dead air by making
Nope.
little noises.
Nope.
Yeah, no, it's not out yet.
Nothing.
Okay, let's move over to the controller. So, I've never played Dragon Quest.
I played 5? I think I played Dragon Quest 5. There's so many. It's
what kind of game is it?
It's JRPG. It's got classic characters that keep rolling over to the next ones. Huh?
Turn-based?
Yes.
Okay.
There's some that are a little more actiony. There is one that Goon got into that he put a review on the Discord for Dragon Quest Builders.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a little buildy. It's like Minecraft, but a little bit more actiony.
Okay.
It's got the block style, the vector-esque ones. So I mean, the controller that comes along with it looks weird. Yeah. But at the same time, it looks comfortable.
Square Enix just came out with a new Switch controller, which it's this big orb that's blue. It looks like it would be comfortable in your hand. They're calling it the Slime controller.
And on the front is these very, very strange Akira Toriyama blank slate smile.
Yeah, and it sits on top of this, like, it almost looks like it's cardboard, but it sits on top of this, like, chest type of thing that you can actually set your Switch controller in and pick this one up.
Now, wait, is it a charger?
I don't think it's a charger, because if you look, that's just cardboard.
Oh, yeah, that looks like it's very plastic-ish.
It's like a cardboard or a plastic chest. I'm assuming you build it.
Yeah.
I think it's purely just so that you can set your Switch down and not lose it and pick up the big water drop looking guy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm neutral to it. I like the look of it. It looks like it's gonna be some flavor. Oh, and you put your Switch. Oh, yeah. And in the thing, and then it plays off. Oh.
So the Square Enix is an interesting company because
they are.
You've got them doing Dragon Quest, which is got a big goofy smiled blue water drop thing. But then you've also got them doing things like they did Hitman for a bit. You know. They did Final Fantasy, you know.
They're still doing Final Fantasy.
They're still doing Final Fantasy, yeah. So, like, they're not a company that goes, oh, this is what we do. They're a company that goes, what do you got?
What's going on? Okay, fuck it. 1,000 units. Go ahead, launch it. Who cares?
So
Yeah, they are pretty much a company that is of not. I don't want to say. I really don't want to say quality over quantity, but they do the quality over quantity at times for certain things.
Yeah.
But not to their disbenefit. They know what they're doing. It's just they take risks like this.
Yeah.
And I mean,
but people are loving it already.
People are loving it. People are liking it. So it's a risk that's paying off already. That's my thing on it.
Now with this company, what I was hoping for from E3 from Square Enix was I was hoping for Sleeping Dogs 2. Honestly, I don't know if we're ever gonna get it.
I mean, don't lose hope. Something tells me with the HD Master Game of the Year remaster thing that moved on to Steam not too long ago, it seemed to have picked up a little bit of steam for the modding community. I'm pretty sure they're gonna lean in a little bit and say fine.
I still go back and play it on my Xbox, and they added new costumes. The last time I got on, I don't know how long ago they put the costumes on there, but they added costumes you could dress up as 47, things like that.
Little hints and nods.
Yeah, little nods to their other games.
Okay.
There was nothing I didn't like about Sleeping Dogs. I loved everything about that game, except one story thing. Someone died. I didn't want them to die.
Oh,
but that's not something I can be mad at. That's where they wrote the story to.
Yeah.
You know? So that's what I'm still holding out for. I'm holding out for that E3 day where they finally do that.
Okay.
So
speaking of E3 day,
E3 day.
Holy shit.
E3 day.
So we got a lot of news. There's a few indie things that I didn't quite nab, but I grabbed Devolver's and I said, you know what, that'll do. There was a lot of games announced or a lot of gameplay trailers, which made us super fucking keen.
And, you know, what's crazy is we had several companies that were like, we're not going to do a big panel. And the other companies that still did big panels went, fine, you know.
Yeah, we're gonna do our thing. and then you had Devolver Digital do their thing, and a lot of blood, a lot of gore, a lot of
Devolver Digital.
Yeah.
So there's one thing I want you to look up. It just popped in my mind. I saw an article, and I want to know how legitimate this is.
Okay.
Did they really just announce another Just Dance that is still gonna run on the original Wii, or did I hear that wrong?
You actually heard that right.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Apparently it's not going to have as many songs as like all the other console variants, but it'll have the better motion controls because apparently with the Wii Motion Plus, it does better.
Yeah.
And I put that in quotations.
Is this going to be a digital only release, do you think?
I don't think so.
I'm finding it like, how are you going to walk into Walmart or GameStop and have a physical copy of a Wii game? Like, they're not going to have shelving for it. Oh, yeah, there's a physical photo.
Yeah,
like a copy of a physical copy.
And
okay.
then,
That's a really weird decision.
Way to go, Ubisoft. I mean...
Another weird company.
Yeah, we're going to get into... I mean, almost all of them right now are weird except for fucking Microsoft, that it's like they're adjusting their ties and trying to make themselves look okay.
No, I think they look great, but...
I mean, they look great, but...
I blew your mind earlier with Rare. Come on.
You did.
So, all right. So yeah, Just Dance 2020 will be on the Wii and the Switch. Have fun.
All
right.
If you're into that sort of thing.
What do you want to move on to?
Let's just go down this line. Let's just go.
Okay. So I heard about this one before, or not before E3, but from Reddit, not actually watching E3 stuff.
Yeah, and it showcases that it might have been there because it says PC Gaming Show. I don't know if that was a part of E3, so I'm going to assume yes.
Like all the news articles are only from like 2 days ago.
Yeah, and it's made by Coffee Stain, which did Deep Rock Galactic and don't tell me the other one. Oh, that's not good.
The website you tried going to doesn't work.
Nope, but I'm going to try the main one. Oh, no, their website is down right now. Even still, they've done a couple other games. Sanctum 1 and 2.
Okay.
And those games are amazing. Those are fun.
Now you got me worried. Click on something else. Make sure it's not their website. Make sure it's their website, not us.
Oh.
Yeah,
yeah,
now I'm worried. Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
So their website's down for right now. Hopefully they'll get it back up because the game that they're releasing right now is going to be is it even no, it's not
No, I don't think it's there.
It is Midnight Ghost Hunt.
So it's like prop hunt,
but with ghosty goos.
Yeah, and the props get to fight back.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay,
it looks really cool. I want it.
It looks like it'll be a little bit of fun, but you're gonna need a lot of people to play with.
Yeah, that's the problem I have with a lot of these kinds of games, where I just don't have people to play with.
Oh my god!
It's very much taking nods from Ghostbusters, which is our movies tonight.
Ghostbusters 1 and 2. We'll talk about all 4 movies next week, considering this one's going to be huge. So we'll talk about what we watched last week and what we're going to watch tonight.
Yes.
Next week. Ugh.
But it looks really good. Like, I saw actual gameplay. Like, you're watching cinematic right now. I saw gameplay, and it still looks good.
Yeah, but I'll assume it's pretty much the same.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. There's some gameplay for you.
Oh my god. Yeah, yeet.
And you get to throw yourself. Yeah. It's really cool. Like, you have, like, a body.
And you just keep throwing things at everybody. Oh my god.
Like, you're shaped like a human, and then you get into an item, and you can launch that item at them. The item breaks, you move on to a new item. I always thought that Prop Hunt was missing something, and I guess this is what it was missing. Being able to fight back. So, good on you. It's a Swedish company, right? Coffee Stain?
I don't know.
I think it's a Swedish company.
Let's find out
Coffee
next
Stain
time.
Publishing. Yep, Sweden.
So good on you guys. As I said, I loved your Sanctum. I loved Deep Rock Galactic, which is 4 dwarves go deep into a mining area and just fight off aliens and get ores. It's basically Minecraft, but go.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
And
and guns.
I like their name.
Coffee Stain?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know coffee.
Yeah. You know how many things I have that are stained by coffee. I once stained
your shirt right now is probably stained by coffee.
This is a brand new shirt. Watch your mouth. No. I actually once stained a counter with coffee.
Just stained.
That's a story for another time.
Yeah, okay.
Granite counter.
Woof.
Yeah.
All right. We're just gonna be all over the place, so sorry if it's gonna be ping pong.
We're just so excited.
We're so excited, and I just pulled up everything that I pulled off of my list, and it was it kept pushing all my Nintendo stuff to the front, and then it started later on putting it to the back, so I just said screw it. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2.
I'm down.
I'm down too.
I don't have a Switch, so I still haven't played one.
Likewise.
I have the Wii U. I could play one, but everyone says really you need to play it on Switch.
It's better on the Switch. It is much better because number one, it would load twice as fast. Number two, I think it gives you more benefit of like colors in the Switch variant. Mm-hmm. But I mean, all it did was show us a trailer.
That's not a good selling point for me. Okay. Benefit of colors.
Right, he's color deficient. My bad.
We're playing Rocket League, and I have to have it on colorblind mode.
Yeah, I turned on colorblind mode to be fair, and it made it a little bit easier. It
makes the lines more detailed.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we're enjoying Rocket League, even though it makes me fucking salty.
It makes me really salty.
It makes me angry.
I've realized something. People don't have sportsmanship anymore.
Oh no, they don't.
I was playing Rocket League, and there was people that if we weren't doing too well, they would just drop out of the game.
Yeah.
There was people that if I was beating them, they would drop out of the game. And the same thing happened to me playing Dead by Daylight.
And they drop out.
Like I had people where I'd go to hook them and they drop out rather than get hooked. And I'm like,
motherfucker,
play the game, man. We're all here to enjoy the game. Come on. Sorry. Little tangent done.
It's okay.
Breath of the Wild 2.
Breath of the Wild 2, it looks good, looks great, but then again, no gameplay, but it's going to be the same area? Hard to really to know, because this is the very first direct sequel to any Zelda game.
I feel like...
You might say Majora's Mask, and I'll say, no, it's not direct.
I was going to say, I feel like Link to the Past.
Link to the Past to what?
The original Link to the Past.
Link to the Past to what?
Okay, there was the one... Okay, maybe I'm getting confused. There was the one that was on the Super Nintendo.
Link to the Past.
And then there was the one that they did for 3DS where you actually...
Link Between Worlds.
Link Between Worlds, that's what it was.
No, remake.
It was a remake, not a continuation?
Same thing.
Oh, I thought it was a continuation.
I believe that's how Goon talked to me about it.
Damn. Okay, well then, Breath of the Wild. Well, what's your argument with Majora's Mask? Because I feel like that's very much a sequel.
It is in the failed timeline, which means that it's not actual.
Okay.
But it's a timeline, so I don't know if he actually exists because people are saying that
Nintendo actually released an official timeline showing that they all technically are connected.
They're all technically connected, but this is the only direct sequel. So I don't know. Majora's Mask is one of those gray areas because I'm going to put a little bit of spoiler out there that I've did a little digging on Zelda because this shit's weird.
Yeah.
In Majora's Mask, it's the failed timeline where he dies and he's dead in the Lost Woods. And so when he finally comes out, he becomes into that 3-day purgatory where he has to save.
I never liked that storyline. I always liked the storyline. There's a thought process that he's grieving because of the death or him losing Navi. Because she's gone.
She's gone in different... that, and then you get...
I don't remember his name.
I don't either, but you get the other one.
I think it's a guy. Isn't it a guy? I don't remember.
Even still, you get one of those, and they're rude to you at first, and it's weird. Whatever, but this one is the only direct.
Okay. I'm excited because everything's looked good from the first one, even though I haven't played it. I
Yeah.
haven't heard anything really bad about it. It's just excitement. to the
Excitement.
max.
Hype. Roller Champions, E3 from Ubisoft. This one is basically Rocket League, but with rollerblades
It's,
and a ball, and you gotta kind of spear some people.
What are the girls that do the roller skating?
Roller derby?
Roller derby. It's roller derby, but kind of futuristic. It's, you know what it reminds me of? Reminds me of Starlight Express. You ever seen Starlight Express?
No.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, okay. Is it kind of like the what's that Netflix show, Glam? But
No.
Okay.
Glam is the one to kind of show you what female wrestlers went through in the 80s.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It's actually, there was a Glam movie before the Glam show.
No, I didn't know.
They're not exactly connected, but they're not exactly not connected either.
Reboot, would you say?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. But it's gonna be released in. Oh no, might have helped if I put some dates. Oh no.
Yeah.
I know that part. I know it has the demo right now.
Yeah, the demo's running from the 10th to the 14th.
It doesn't have a date.
It may not have one yet.
Oh. No.
What was that?
No.
11? No. Okay.
No. Huh. Okay. Well, I thought I would have a date, but I guess I don't have a date. So, good news. The demo's right now up until the 14th. Go ahead and grab it if you want to check it out. People are saying it's really fun. I saw a couple Twitch streamers play it. It looked like a blast. It's just, I don't know, not my cup of tea. I mean, Rocket League's slowly becoming my cup of tea. Even though
your cup of tea's right there.
My cup of tea's right there, but my other cup of tea.
Gotcha.
I mean, it looks like fun. I just... let me stick with Rocket League for now. Let me see if I can unsaltify myself while playing that before I hop into another game that will turn me salty. Like, League got me salty.
Yeah.
I unsalted from it. I get a little frustrated at people every now and again. But then when I started playing Rocket League, I devolved and got a little more salty.
My thing with Rocket League, I'm still trying to figure out what I'm good at in the game. Because I'm not good at making those shots where you line it up for me and I flip into it. I'm not very good at those.
Yeah.
However, remember that shot I did where I immediately gold just from hitting the ball at the beginning?
Yeah.
I've done that a couple times.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's my thing. If I can get the timing right, if that's my thing.
Is getting it right off the bat?
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, that's a 1 in, I'd say 50? 1 in 50 shot, would you say?
I've done it way too often for the odds to be
1 in 25.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But even still, yeah, I was there for a couple of those shots, for 2 of those shots.
I saved the replays on one because I was like, that looks so good.
It was so clean. But yeah, me and Quincy have been playing Rocket League and we're enjoying it. It's just I get bitter.
Yeah.
I'm like, I try and like pull back and I can't.
I think we need to find a third player, and I think that'll help us out a lot. Someone we can communicate with.
Yeah, because with the randoms, I was actually getting super butt mad at him.
Plus, a lot of times we would get a good random, and then he'd end up on the other team for the next playthrough, and it's like,
why are you over there?
You traitor!
Traitor! Panzer Dragoon is one of my favorite games of a long fucking time ago, back in like the 90s. 2002.
95.
2002.
95.
2002.
2002 was Orda. I'm looking at it right now. Panzer Dragon Orda was 2002.
I know.
Panzer Dragon was 95.
Okay, then this is just a remake of Orda. Okay, so even still, we're getting a reboot. Woo! Woo! I'm super fucking
explain this one to me.
Actually, it'd be easier if I just give you a little bit of a trailer. Go ahead and give your walk by walk on the trailer.
Okay, so we're coming in low on some kind of horned beast flying over water in the sunrise. Now we're seeing Decrepit City?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Flying Simulator 3000.
Kind of, but it's basically take a rail shooter and put it with dragons.
Yeah. He's got like a lock on. He's shooting shit. And he's got to watch out for debris. It looks kind of cool.
Yeah, I love it. I love this. I love this type of game.
Has it got a good story? Maybe that's something they fix with this one.
I mean, you can't really do much of a story with a guy and his dragoon and having to go up and fly and fight this thing. It's
tell that to How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay, with How to Train Your Dragon, they actually had character development and actually, like, you felt with the characters. With this style of game, I would say that's kind of more difficult.
And right now, this one just has a release date of this winter.
Yeah, there's a lot of vague dates. Sticking around with Nintendo, though, Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yeah, which is Luigi's Hotel.
I'm calling it Luigi's Hotel.
I like that one. Treehouse.
I mean, I'm excited. It looks good.
Yeah, no, I played the original and I loved it. And I have not played the second one that they did on the DS. What was it?
Dark Moon.
Dark Moon. I wanted to. I don't really play DS games.
That's fine.
We have a DS in the house.
Yeah. It's
I kind of checked out back on Advance. Not that I have anything wrong with the console, because I don't. Not that I have anything wrong with the game. It's just if I'm going to sit down and play something, I want to be playing on a big screen.
Yeah, and I'm right there beside you. I'm also in the thing of I finished at the Advance.
Yeah.
I never went a little. I had a 3DS and I sold it.
I had the SP, but I never really used it.
Yeah, so I mean, if we were to go back, we would need something that actually pulled us in and locked us in. But this with the Switch, it might pull us back in.
Yeah, I mean, I already plan to eventually get a Switch. I'm gonna say I'll probably get a Switch before I get Scarlet.
Yeah, that's good. You know what? That's a good motion toward talking about the Scarlet.
Xbox announced a new console.
Xbox announced a new console. It's their next in line. Apparently, it's going to be just an Xbox One XL, as some people are calling it. They're calling it the XL because it has better specs. It has all the backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
It's got all of the know-how to be basically a PC, but with all the gaming capabilities that the Xbox One X already has.
What I want to know is it going to be all new servers, or will it be able to play with people on the Xbox One?
I think it might be able to bump back, considering you can do that now.
Yeah,
with
the 360 to the
360 to the One.
I'm just curious if they're gonna
give you that.
Yeah, that will. I'm probably gonna buy the console. I'm not gonna lie. I love my Xbox. I'm probably gonna buy the console. It'll probably be a thing.
Okay.
I will not buy it at launch.
Oh no,
it's not happening.
No.
Not even that Black Friday.
No,
probably not. I mean, don't get me wrong. We got your Xbox One on Black Friday, and that was good. But you got to remember that was like 4 years after the console came out. 5 years
and
after the console came out.
paid $230 plus I bought 76, which is another story we're talking about.
Yeah. Before we get into that, do we have price range on Scarlet? I don't know if we do.
I don't think we do.
We have price range on PlayStation 5, and it's scary.
Yeah, and it's not even like locked down.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No, doesn't look like it.
$399 and $499.
Okay, I mean
that's okay.
You put it at $399, you got me. You put it at $499, I'm gonna wait for it to drop to $399.
Yeah.
I mean, just being honest. I also want to know what it's gonna look like because all the photos that we're seeing right now are of Xbox One X's.
Yeah. Apparently this one's supposed to have like a scarlet color to it,
which would be nice.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be
red's my color.
Yeah, it is your color, and it's not my color though.
And not just because I get like a red complexion.
Yeah, no, right? And this is all state-of-the-art things that are supposed to bump things up to 120 frames a second, ray tracing, 40 times better performance than current generation. It has DDR6 RAM sticks, blah, blah.
Yeah.
A solid-state drive that's supposed to run games at peak optimum efficiency. All that you can get now for the same price on a PC.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to know why I should buy this. Give me a reason, Xbox. Don't give me exclusives. Give me a reason to buy this specifically for its console.
So I think the reasoning is going to be one, exclusives, because it's launching with the next Halo.
It's Halo Infinite. And I watched the trailer and I'm neutral. I think you saw me last night playing Halo 2.
Honestly, I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, well, I was playing Halo 2 last
No
night.
offense.
It's fine, but I'm slowly going through the Xbox exclusives that I have never had a chance to play. I finished Halo 1.
Mm-hmm.
I like Halo 1. Halo 1's really nice.
That's what I started doing with my PlayStation, as I was going through playing the exclusives I never got to play. You know, the Uncharted's, the what's the one where he gets the superpowers?
Infamous.
Infamous, thank you. Things like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think it's going to be exclusives, and then they're going to do the same thing that every console does. They won't do it right out the door, but it'll start being a thing where it's like, well, we're releasing less and less games for your old console. More games you want are only coming out for the new console.
And then that makes me go, well, then I'm not going to get your new console. I'm just going to stick with the old console and play that until I'm happy.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, well, I have a little bit of extra scrap cash. Looks like I got to buy it.
You know what pushed me to buy the Xbox One? Someone bought me a game I really, really wanted to play for the Xbox One instead of the 360. And so I was like, all right, I'll finally get it. That, and I had a fingerhead account, so I could do payments.
Oh, okay.
So that'll be another thing. I may, if I do an Xbox, I might lay away it. A Scarlet, I mean. I might lay away it or
just throw
like an RC Willy or something. I might do something where I can do payments on it. Because dropping $500, even if you have it, is a lot of money to drop.
It is a bit. So making the payments on it will be a little bit easier on your wallet.
Even my Wii U, I did payments on, and I used a Christmas bonus for part of it. So
Yeah.
that's one thing I think game companies need to understand. Maybe Microsoft or PlayStation or someone like that should like run like a credit type of system. I mean, Sony's already got a credit card.
Yeah.
Run like a credit system where we can make payments on our consoles. You'll get more people to buy consoles that way.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah.
How many of them make the payments on time is a different question.
Yeah. But I mean, you also have to figure as soon as you already send out the console, you already have them on lock. And so that means you have their credit in your pocket.
Yeah, and make it a thing where it's like, no, we get to take automatic payments, not we wait for your payment. You know?
Yeah.
And make it a payment people can handle. $25 a month, something like that.
Yeah, but then again, it could also hurt someone because
true. I mean, you can cancel your debit card.
Yeah, so it's more along the lines of pay with what you want when you can.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
I mean, don't go and get things on credit you can't afford.
Of course.
I mean,
that's
one of the biggest problems with the world right now. Moving on. We're not gonna get into that.
So Rainbow Six. Everyone knows I fucking love that shit.
Yeah.
They just released a very, very vague, very, very short trailer of a guy holding a gun with a whole bunch of weird screamy boys.
His arm is freaking out. He's wearing...
And then all of a sudden you hear the heartbeat, and then he gets that, and then his heart begins to slow. I'm like, okay, good. I'm glad. That doesn't tell me much.
It doesn't tell you much, no.
But the game is called Quarantine, so if it's anything like the event that was 2 events ago, I'm excited.
I feel like I kind of mentioned this to you. I feel like this is Ubisoft coming for Nazi zombies.
They're
being like,
swinging.
Yeah, you did something. It's been a big thing for a while, but how much have you really improved it recently? We're going to show you how to do it right. You know?
Yeah,
you're pulling up the event.
Well, I was trying to find the
What was the event called? Quarantine 2?
I think it
Madhouse.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I've only played the game for a couple seconds. So.
Yeah, no. And then here's I don't know if you noticed it, but their April Fool's event.
Okay.
Where they're dressed up in hot pink with the unicorn horns.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I liked it. It was a good event. I'm not worried about it, but even still, me and Goon played a little bit of it. It was like Left 4 Dead style, where you had to go from A to B and then back up into it.
Scroll back down. Something triggered something, and then I lost it. A little further. There was something that was triggered for a second. Nope. No, because you didn't go this far before. Something on here triggered something to my mind, and then I lost it.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. It was something that wasn't even on the list, just it popped in, and I was like, oh, I want to talk about that, and then I lost it again. My mind's running 1,000 frames per second right now.
Holy shit. 120 frames per second.
120 frames per second?
120 frames per second.
I was more going for the fact I'm slow.
Oh. Also, it was Outbreak. Operation Chimera.
Yeah, I didn't play it. Oh, I remember what it was now. So they're doing free days on 76 right now for anyone that wants to try it.
And it's the Battle Royale variant, yeah?
Yeah, and it's 7 days long. And I actually saw people bitching online, what, you're only going to give me 7 days? Are you fucking serious? I'm like, wow, it's free. Be happy.
Yeah.
Damn.
They could have just said, oh, it's out now. Have fun. Bye. And
so,
just left you.
Outbreak, it was like aliens?
It was... people are saying it was something that someone tried to launch into space that came back down.
Oh.
So it was either CDC style, because
failed government experiment,
kind of, and then it released one of my favorite people, Lion.
Interesting.
I love Lion. Look at how pretty Lion is. He's a big boy. He's a big boy.
So he's like a quarantine.
Yeah. His ability is he hits a little drone tracker that creates light tremors, and if anyone steps during those tremors, it creates an anti-tremor, so you can detect where they are.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I fucking love Lion. He's a good boy. He's a big good boy.
Really convoluted way of going, oh yeah, we can see people through walls.
Kind of. But yeah, no, all the guys, and hopefully I see him in the next thing I want to talk about, which is Tom Clancy's Elite Squad. This one originally pissed me off, but Quincey...
You're very negative.
Well, against something that I would like to see as a actual game, not as a fucking mobile game.
Yeah.
That's where I was getting originally mad. But then, as I started to lean back, and you were like, it's a mobile game, it's whatever. They're bringing all of the Tom Clancy series together, but it's in a mobile port. So they have the Ghost Recon, Sam Fisher... the Siege characters, they've got the Division characters all rolled up into this mobile.
Wildlands.
That's what I said.
Oh,
Ghost Recon.
You said Ghost Recon, and my mind didn't connect Wildlands to Ghost Recon.
Oh, you are gone.
There was a separation.
Yeah. It's like a card collector. I'm assuming it's got a little bit of a gacha system. I assume.
It's a team
builder.
Yeah. Fighting against. I don't know if do you play online with other people, or is it you build a team of 4 or 5 characters?
As of right now, it just showcases you against computer.
Okay.
I don't know if there's going to be anything about it, but there's a pre-registry right now that gets you John Berthenol's Ghost Recon character with the fucking cool-ass mask.
I like team builder mobile games.
I don't mind them. It's just I would have preferred to see this as a actual.
By the way, you're missing a huge event by not being in Star Wars right now. They're doing double rewards.
Okay, I'll hop in tonight. But I mean, it's fine. I'm okay with it now. When I first heard about it, I showed you my Discord mention about it, where I was like, a fucking mobile game. What the fuck? I want Sam Fisher, Montaigne, Capybara, and Nomad to be in a full game, not this.
I think the problem is they know as a mobile game it can be throwaway. People can take it or leave it. It can be a little joke. But doing that as a physical game, they're going to have to come up with a story of how Sam Fisher's still running with these guys and why he's decided to work with a team than rather be on his own. And it's going to be a huge story. And if they're going to do that, they need to do it right. I don't want them to half-ass it. Because that could be an amazing story.
Okay, all right. I'll give you that. But then at the same time, you've already connected the fucking universe.
Yeah.
So just keep it connected.
Yeah.
Bitch.
But give me that story, but do it right. Like, that's my thing. Like, I don't want them to half-ass it. I need it done right. Because Sam Fisher is an amazing character. I love Nomad. I would love to see Nomad and Fisher doing more stuff together than one little event in Wildlands.
Okay.
So, that's just me.
All right, on to the next one. Ubisoft is kind of taking a break from Assassin's Creed, but they kind of kept some of the stuff from Odyssey?
Yeah, so what they did is after the... I don't want to call it failure, but after Syndicate didn't do well. And Syndicate was a good game. I don't care what people say.
It was,
I mean,
it sold well.
Yeah. You get to hunt down Jack the Ripper in one of the DLCs.
Sure.
I don't see the problem. They decided we're going to take a year off because they were doing an Assassin's Creed game every year. They said we're going to take a year off before we launch our next game, which ended up being Origins. So they took a year off. They did Origins. And now they've realized that's the format they want to do. So they took a year off and they did Odyssey. And now they're taking this year off. And in that time... we're getting Gods and Monsters, which is actually being worked on by Assassin's Creed people, which tells me they took all the mythical stuff that they came across in their research of Rome for Odyssey and went, well, we can't put this in Assassin's Creed. What else can we do with it? And that's where we got this.
And there's already a few creatures that, if you're into the Greek mythology, you look and you're like, those are supposed to, okay, what is that? Okay. And those who are not are like, oh, wow, this is just a nice, brilliant trailer. I'm excited.
Yeah, my Greek mythology knowledge kind of stops at the Disney Hercules movie.
Fair. Fair. But I'm excited. More Ghost Recon Breakpoint stuff. I don't know if you want to...
No, we can talk about it. I'm excited for this one. I'm actually really hyped for this one. I have till October to, be disappointed. So
yeah. So John Berthenol did an actual...
Q&A or
not a Q&A, a interview.
Okay.
And during the interview, he was super fucking wholesome. He was like, putting on the tracksuit, the mocap suit was very, very jarring at first, but you begin to get really relaxed in it, and then all of a sudden you have to do a 8-minute long take. One mess up during that whole thing, you have to start back over. But I love that challenge. I love doing it all in one shot. And then he mentions Goodfellas, that one scene where that one full scene where they're following them through the casino to the restaurant. Yeah, that one shot.
Yeah.
He says, I wanted stuff to go just like that. And I'm like, okay.
Because those shots are amazing to watch.
Oh, yeah, they are. Oh, fuck yeah, they are. So, John Berthenol, you've earned another, if not are already at near the top of my fucking favorite actors list that I would just love to talk to.
So, I already really like John Berthenol. I like John Berthenol from other things. I wasn't a big Walking Dead person. I like the comic better, but I liked him in that.
He played a good Shane.
Yeah, he played a good Shane. Actually, the first thing I ever saw him in, and he's a kind of a throwaway character in an episode in the first season of How I Met Your Mother.
Really?
Yeah, he plays. I'm gonna have to show you the clip later. He kind of plays this like I don't want to say stoner, but very like surfer bro type of guy.
Right. Okay, I can kind of see him do that
because like they kind of see him. There's kind of a moment where he's hitting on someone. And there's this girl they keep running into at these parties. And she's like, oh, yeah, Carlos invited me. And they're like, who the hell is Carlos? And eventually you see her hook up with John. Oh. And John's Carlos is what it is.
Oh.
But he doesn't have the muscles yet. Is
So
the
he's like
craziest
a little
thing.
lanky.
I wouldn't call him lanky because he still has muscles. He's not like a twig, but he's not John Berthenolf because of getting ready for Punisher and stuff.
So like me, where I'm a little bit wide, but that's because of my shoulders.
Yeah, and but you can still see his in his face. He's younger, but he's still got John's face, and his hair's a little longer.
Okay, yeah, we'll have to definitely take a peek at that.
This reminded me of something though. So there's a fight scene in season 3 of Daredevil.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched it, but there's a fight scene, and it has been determined that it is too long to qualify for, I think it's Emmys? It might not be the Emmys, but some kind of reward thing. They've qualified it as too long because it's 11 minutes.
For a fight scene?
Mm-hmm. But not to be eligible for the award. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that's weird.
Yep. Reward things are weird. The
Yeah.
Oscars is weird. It's all weird. You know what I miss is the Chainsaw Awards.
For spooky movies?
For horrors, yeah. They did a couple of those for a little while. I wish that was something that would come back. But let's move on to this, because this is the news that I kind of said I think we're getting. And I was right.
Okay.
If you remember, we talked about this.
We did.
And we were speculating on what city. I was completely wrong about city.
You wanted Seattle?
I want Seattle, yeah.
You wanted Seattle, and I said I want somewhere outside the U.S., but if I had to choose inside the U.S., I would say Miami.
I think we talked about New York a little bit, too.
We talked a little bit of New York, but I said that would be probably too hard.
Yeah.
And then, lo and behold, it was outside the U.S. It's London. And
Watch Dogs Legion.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's just, I don't know too much about Londoners, and driving on the wrong side of the road might actually confuse me.
Yeah. Oh, well.
And to be completely honest, us and India are the only ones who drive on the right side of the road.
Yeah, it dates back to horse riding, actually. They would ride on the left side.
Yeah.
It had to do with your sword hand.
Yeah. So
I don't think the left side thing will screw with me because I played Sleeping Dogs.
I'm joking.
So
I'm joking,
yeah.
by the way.
But no, I'm being honest. Like I think I can handle it because I played Sleeping Dogs, and every now and then I'd get on the wrong side of the road when I was starting the game. But then I'd be like, oh, that's right, I'm in Hong Kong, and I would just change lanes. After that, I was good. This game looks. Okay.
You play as a fucking grandma. That's what everyone's English.
Play as
You can't. You play as anyone. That is their tagline. Play as anyone. That is what they're wanting. They want to do a taxi driver, an ex-spy, a graffiti artist, a fallen boxer, a well-connected lawyer, a stark raving mad grandma.
So
They want anyone.
I actually enjoyed Watch Dogs 1.
Yeah.
And I know people are upset. Whatever. I enjoyed Watch Dogs 2. It was a beautiful game.
It's a pretty game.
Have you played Watch Dogs 2 all the way through?
No.
Okay. The moment I went was beautiful was actually within the first couple moments. You go through and you do your first mission and whatnot, and then he goes and he parties and everything, and he wakes up on the other side of the bay the next morning. And he just kind of walks out and looks out, and you just get the shot of San Francisco across the bay, and you can see the Golden Gate and everything. And I was just like, oh, this is fucking beautiful. That's something I'd like to see in 4K. I don't have the whole 4K shit. That's something where I'm like, it's that beautiful now? I want to see what it looks like in 4K.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
But
I'm glad that you're leaning toward the idea of.
I'm not.
4K.
It's not that I'm against 4K per se. I'm against things like we're going 8K, but we really don't have anything to show you on that. Like the new 8K monitor from Apple.
They do. It's just it's expensive.
Well, what's coming out that's in 8K? What's coming out where I would go, oh, well, this was filmed in 8K,
You want?
so I need an 8K screen to watch it.
Borderlands 3 is gonna be out in 8K.
Is it?
Mhm.
I thought it was like 6 or something.
No.
Okay.
It's gonna be 8.
So Borderlands 3, fine. One game.
Oh.
I'm not going to buy a $4,000 monitor for one game.
Okay,
You get my point?
I get your point, but at the same time, I'm like, to those who want to spend the money, by all means. But at the same,
yeah, if it's your thing, it's your thing. But my thought process is, we were just being told about how great 6K was. What, a year ago?
less than that.
And now we've jumped 2Ks and $2,000. Like,
I like that. Do we do 2Ks and $2,000?
Yeah, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but then again, having actually seen a 6K monitor
Mhm.
and seen some things that it can do as far as visually, it's pretty fucking stunning. I actually had to take my glasses and move them up because the picture was just so sharp and so pristine that I was just like, even without my fucking glasses, this is nice.
Yeah.
That's weird to say, and I'm legally blind.
It's like when
Well,
You're
not
not
legally blind.
legally
Like,
blind.
I can't drive.
it's like when they
Without
come out with like 3D movies. My issue is always they're like, this in 3D, And then you go and watch it, and you're like, there was one 3D moment in that entire movie, and the ticket cost me $6 more.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And then you got the movies that are actually made for 3D. Like when they brought Nightmare Before Christmas back in theaters, like 12 years ago, and they're like, it's in 3D. I'm like, that movie wasn't made to be in 3D. So watching it in 3D, what? Jack's gonna lean in close once in the entire movie? Like, why am I spending extra to see this? Like, I want to see the movie in theaters because that's cool. I'll go and pay a regular ticket price, but I'm not gonna pay 3D. And that's kind of my issue with the new 8K monitor. Yeah, buy this 8K monitor so everything will be crisp, but 8K really only works right if things were made in 8K.
Yeah.
I can go and watch a movie from the 50s on an 8K screen and it will look better, but it still isn't going to be worth what I spent on the 8K screen.
You're right.
That's my thought process.
Okay. I'll say for the significance of it, you're right. It is a bit of a stretch to want to purchase it now.
Yeah.
You need justification.
The problem is by the time we get the justification to buy it, fucking Apple's gonna be like, the 12K monitor, and you're like, what the fuck?
Or
it costs as much as your house.
Or they'll do Google Glass 2 where it's just glasses and it gives you 8K in your eyes.
That sounds so dangerous to me. I know that there's probably science behind it where it's safe, but I'm like, I don't see how.
I'll wait till the second or third generation.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till a few fucking retinas are burned before I do it. But before we move on, let me finish talking about Watch Dogs.
Oh, okay.
So I really enjoyed 1. I enjoyed 2, but there was only 2 issues I really had with 2. 1, the hipster thing went like full throttle in 2, and I was like, oof. Like, hipsters kind of...
They did hit that note a little too hard on the head, but at the same time, is there a lot of hipsters in San Francisco?
Yes and no. So I actually went to San Francisco last year.
That's right, you did. You went to Ghirardelli.
Yeah, San Francisco has gotten dirty, is what I can say about San Francisco. So... as for whether or not there's a lot of hipsters, yeah, I mean you got Silicon Valley out there, you've got Google out there, you've got
Facebook.
Is Facebook out there? Yeah,
I think Facebook's out there.
It probably is. You know, you've got all the big wigs. I mean, I had family that lived in the Bay Area. They didn't actually live in San Francisco, but they worked closer to San Francisco. They'd have to do like a 2-hour commute to get to work because they work in that industry.
Yes, they are in San Francisco.
Okay. So having the hipsters there, it made sense. With Watch Dogs Legion, I'm sure the hipster thing still works. I'm sure it's still a thing. The one downside I felt to Watch Dogs 2 versus Watch Dogs 1 was Watch Dogs 1 has a very serious, sad, and dark story to it.
Yeah, it does.
Watch Dogs 2 didn't have that. And
Watch Dogs 2 was kind of like go, 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 go.
Yeah, it was the resistance and it was all that stuff, and that's cool. And you know, with Legion, they're talking about bringing the whole Brexit thing into it and whatnot, which I get. That's a big thing in London right now and whatnot.
Big thing.
So I fully understand. Maybe that'll ground it a little bit more, make it a little bit more serious. But I had moments where I was having troubles being invested. I was more invested in a side character in Watch Dogs 2 than I was my main character, Wrench. Yeah. All right, we can move on. That's what I had to say. Sorry.
Another mobile game that I honestly have no clue what to think about.
Okay, so pull up this image here.
This image?
No.
That one.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it's a top-down team builder that's based around Gears of War. It's called Gears Pop.
Yeah, because they signed a deal with Funko.
And I'm curious to know if this is the first of many. And I really wish that they had done something a little bit more ambitious than Gears of War, if that makes sense.
I feel like they're playing it safe. You've got an established franchise that now has hype leading up to September with Gears 5. So this is a way to get people interested in your game until then. It's kind of like when the Vault Builder came out on the phone before Fallout 4.
The Shelter?
Yeah, Fallout Shelter. I think it was before 4 or like around the same time as 4. It was something you could do while you were getting ready for Fallout 4.
Okay. I'll give it to that. But the trailer was fucking overly cutesy.
Yeah.
They didn't say anything. They were like, you know, that.
It reminds me of early Lego.
Yeah. I do like how Funko Pops look. I'm gonna admit I have 172 Funko Pops. And
I have a lot, but I don't think I have that many.
But I just enjoy their look, their aesthetic.
So if this is the beginning to something more, if we're going to start getting Funko games and they start going further out than just the idea of this top-down team builder, what do you think? What franchise would you want next? Like they did Gears.
They did Gears. Maybe...
Getting into Marvel or DC is going to be difficult.
Yeah, getting into those two aren't. I'm not really too worried about it, but I mean, it would be nice if they did. If they, instead of doing Gears, if they just started pulling licenses, kind of like how like Puzzles and Dragons, they do a lot of anime collaborations.
Oh, so you're saying just a Funko game in general?
Just, yeah, this, but with bring them in, keep bringing them in.
See, I was gonna say Hanna-Barbera.
That would be a good.
I'd like to have like a cartoon battler type thing
with Shaggy and Scooby. That's all you want.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Shaggy's ultimate power can finally be a thing.
Oh my god.
No, I mean Snagglepuss, Huckleberry Hound, El Kabong, all of them.
All of them.
So that's my concept there. But I'm not against this one. This one's another free one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So then I'm okay with it.
It's just gonna come out in a little bit.
I mean, I'm not gonna pay for that. That's my thing.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna pay for Gears Pop.
No, I also am not. This one is a bit of an interest. It's set out in Colorado. It is called Wasteland 3, and it's basically, think Fallout 1 and 2, because it's made by the guys who did Fallout 1
Wasteland
and 2.
came from the guys that did Fallout 1 and 2.
Yeah, so they made a more modernized setting, and oh no, Stampede. Buffaloes running down people, cannibals just grabbing people.
They're clowns.
They're killer clowns from Colorado.
I like this too because we're not that far from Colorado.
Mm.
So some of this is stuff that we may have kind of experienced, like some of the regions, you know?
Yeah.
I've been to Colorado. I don't know if you have.
No.
Okay. It's a state.
it would be indeed a state.
And it is
but,
a state.
but I'm always down for survival-esque in these kind of situations. 7 Days to Die is probably another one I need to crawl back into.
My issue with 7 Days to Die was that Telltale bought it to bring it over to console and didn't improve any of the issues it had on PC.
Oh.
And I was like, if you're going to buy something and port it, can we fix it just a little bit?
Yeah.
But I'm excited for Wasteland 3. That looks like it's good. So it's by the Fallout guys. Is it still by Obsidian? Or is it being produced by someone else? It just says IGN.
Yeah,
This is
it
IGN info.
doesn't really tell us anything about it. Let's find out next time.
Oh, Unity is the engine. We got that.
In Exile Entertainment.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. In Exile.
It's a
partner organization with Xbox Game Studios.
So it's just another gaming corporation. Doesn't have anything over or under. It's just a whole another one.
What other games have they done? Scroll down a bit.
Wasteland 2, Bard's Tale.
Okay.
Nothing really of interest.
Yeah, Wasteland 2, Wasteland 3. So they've done the Wasteland series.
Yeah. Nothing of real interest.
Do me a favor, hit back really quick. I thought I saw something that might interest me. What's that? Exile Entertainment. That video right there.
This?
Yeah, what is that? Oh, it's just them responding to someone. Okay, never mind. I thought I saw something that wasn't something.
No, the James Bond-esque.
It's what it looked like to me.
Yeah.
I was like, is there finally going to be anyone? So I've played almost all of them. I enjoy them. I don't think they're $60 games, but I enjoy them. Move on.
Okay. Sorry. Outriders.
This is Square Enix.
This is Square Enix. Squinix. I like the look of Outriders. There are, I believe Falcon from Game Ranks had mentioned, hey, this might actually be connected to Marvel, considering this could be a part of the handshake Square Enix and Marvel have. And
yeah, there's a fan theory because the Outriders is the name of people that I do believe worked with Thanos.
So, I mean, it's an interesting thing, but then again, at the very end of the trailer, when the three that you can play as are looking up at this just eldritch tall being that is just a shadow with red bits on it, I'm like, I don't think that's how this is going to go.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that either. Looking at the characters, looking at the gunplay and everything, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be connected to Marvel. That being said, it's another Square Enix game. I'm excited. I like the work they do.
It looks amazing, though.
Yeah, it looks good. And it's something new, you know?
It's a new IP.
A lot of E3 was sequels or spin-offs, and that's not a bad thing.
Oh, no. Especially with the next thing I want to bring up.
Yeah, or remakes. But I'm glad to see something original.
You know what? I am right behind originality because Devolver has done nothing but original content. Even with their sequels, it was new content added to it.
I'm still excited for when we finally see the new thing from Bethesda. Whenever we finally see that, their space one.
Oh, Outer Worlds.
No, it's not Bethesda. It's Obsidian. I don't
that's
remember.
right. Oh, that's right. Oh my god.
I was spacing on the name right now, but they're doing a space one, and it's like their first original one in freaking forever, if not ever. Like maybe since Bethesda, Starfield. Yeah. So I'm excited for that because it's like it's an original thing from Bethesda. We're finally seeing a new world being built. So, but we'll move on to your
Okay, so once again, big fan of Final Fantasy. Guess what? Everything is moving. So Final Fantasy VII
You
remake.
get Final Fantasy. You get Final Fantasy.
Yeah, pretty much. They're doing Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles remastered, which it was probably only one of the very few games I actually liked on the GameCube. It is Final Fantasy VII gave us another trailer. Looks fucking fantastic. He is his Fenrir, his motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy VIII gets an upbring. Looks kind of bad, but then again, I mean, I if you were gonna do it, I would say overhaul the whole project and give us like a full remaster. But then again, you got some time to work on it. I'll believe you. But I'm glad that they're working on Final Fantasy VIII. There was a few little hints and nods that they were gonna do the handheld variants and do Final Fantasy Tactics and Tactics Advanced. Cool. I fucking love Tactics and Tactics Advanced, but I want definitive on that one. I would love to have Tactics Advanced again.
Yeah.
Other than
I like that Final Fantasy VII is kind of going in the vein of Resident Evil 2 with its remake.
Oh hell yeah, it
like
is.
It's not just a re-rendering. They're upping it. They're bringing it to today. Today, Junior. They're bringing it up to today's level, and they're actually changing some of the story, from what I understand.
Very light. It's
Okay.
It's going to be pretty much the same story, but it's going to try and make a little bit more sense.
Okay.
There's nothing on as far as what happens.
I saw a nice comparison with the female character whose name I'm spacing.
Aerith?
Maybe.
Tifa?
I'm not sure, but like they showed her dealing black hair.
Tifa.
Okay. They showed her like in the original game, and then they showed her beating the shit out of people in the current and like the new version. And I thought it was kind of a nice, fun little thing. Yeah, that one.
Tifa.
Yeah. So they showed Tifa like how she was blocking and was just kind of talking to people in the original, and then in this one they show her like doing backflips and kicking people and shit.
Yeah, that's her shtick.
Which the blocky thing reminded me. I officially seen the best cosplay ever, and there will never be a cosplay better. I saw a girl that did a cosplay of Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, and she put boxes in her shirt so she had square boobs. It was amazing. I love it.
We'll never have anything similar.
Nope.
All right. But I'm aside from all those, we're also getting well, we already have. It's just they did a little bit of promotion for their new Final Fantasy 14 expansion.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're still working on Final Fantasy 14. Final Fantasy 14 is far from dead.
Fucking massive. Anyways.
It's big. It has fucking hourly chocobo races that
I love chocobos
too. There's like a whole entire island of just things that you can just fuck around and do. You don't need to just go in and do the grind and fighting.
Sometimes I just go out in the wilderness and fight shit just to do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go fishing just for half an hour just to fish.
Yeah, like so I'm super excited that 14's getting that treatment, that they're getting more expansions. But then again, this one's more combat oriented because it adds one new class, one new fighter style.
Yeah.
And I'm super keen on if it were to go back to its free to play starter kit, and then I would probably buy the expansion just to check it out. But I need to stay away from MMOs. MMOs take up too much of my time as of right now.
Honestly, the thing I love doing the most though, helping him find new recipes.
Oh, that's 15.
Oh, I've been talking about 15 this whole time.
Okay.
My bad.
Yeah, no, 14 is the online variant.
Yeah, the online one. I can't play the online one. I don't have a gaming PC.
Well, it's on console, friend.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, I can play 14.
You could play 14. It's not free, but...
No, I'd have to buy it.
Yeah, I did subscription.
So I was thinking 15 this whole time. But still, 14 not being dead despite how massive and insane 15 is.
Yeah.
So, the amount of time I spend in 15. So.
And you still got a ways to go.
Yeah.
Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. I'm neutral to Lego games. I need to crawl into them from what you tell me.
I wouldn't say you need to crawl in. The thing is so I started out on these when they first happened. I had Lego Star Wars for my PlayStation 2.
Sure.
I had Lego Star Wars 2 for my PlayStation 2. And then eventually I bought the collection they did of 1 and 2 for my Xbox, and then they came out with 3, and then they did another version that I have as well. And now they're doing the Skywalker collection, which will be all 9 Skywalker-centric movies in Lego form. They're fun. They take you through the whole movie. Some of the best parts is that in the originals, they're telling the story without being able to talk. so you get some really fun moments. But they were still made for kids, so there's also some goofy moments. For instance, when spoilers for an old movie, but when Luke's hand gets cut off. Oh, actually, you're about to see. Watch. And I cut your hand off. Here, take mine.
Yeah.
Great little moment. Things like this, Kylo Ren building a Darth Vader snowman, and Rey being like, "What the hell?" They're fun. They're goofy. They're fun. The Batman ones are also a lot of fun because they're original story rather than following the movies. So I'm excited for this. It won't come out until after the 9th movie. So no worries about playing it and spoiling. You can't get it until after the movie's out.
So it makes me wonder, are they going to start, do they have to do the production for the 9th movie after the 9th movie?
What do you mean?
Do they...
Oh, they may have some seriously legally binding shit that you are not allowed to say anything and having people already work on it. I don't know. I mean, how much do you really have to do? The engine's already there. The characters are already there. You just have to actually make the levels,
Yeah, I mean, but the story aspect is kind of like, is it mum's the word? But I'll leave it at that. All right, back to my fucking long ass list.
Insane list.
Yeah, here we go. Holy shit.
Thoughts.
All right, so Animal Crossing. Glad that they're making another one.
Never played it.
It's a good relaxation game.
Mm-hmm.
It's one that you would kind of need to dedicate a little bit of time to, but I would say you can go ahead and take a sit back in the back seat and take a moment. It has, of course, things that you got to do on a daily basis. Keep up with, people. Give them the gifts they deserve. If they're looking for something in particular, you can go out and find it or buy it. And of course, pay off crippling debt.
Yes.
Yes.
I understand what the game is. I've seen it played. I've heard about it. I just never actually sat down and did it. So
yeah, it's a really relaxing game. The mobile game does it a little bit easier, and it's not bad. It's just I fell out of it super quick.
Okay.
I recommend it if you happen to want to have a nice, really relaxing game with some pretty good relaxing music. There's nothing too stressful in that game at all.
I love that your character has crippling debt, though, just like me in real life.
Well, with New Leaf, it doesn't exactly give you that feeling because you are just instantly given a house and mayorship, and then you're given the chance to just fix up the town. And I'm like, cool.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
So, what is the new one coming out for? Is it going to be Switch, 3DS?
It is Switch.
Okay.
And it looks pretty good. I'm excited. I don't have a Switch, so can't really nod at that. Next up on the list, Psychonauts 2. I'm a huge fan of Psychonauts 1. I love it to death.
Psychonauts 1 was the first thing other than Fable that I had on my Xbox. I just didn't really care for it.
That's fine and fair. I mean, it's one of those platformy games that...
I understand why people did like it.
Yeah. Tim Schafer, you are a legend, and I appreciate you. You had brought up a subject a moment ago and asked, "Oh yeah, if it was so good, why didn't he come out with it sooner?"
Yeah.
I was like,
I was making a joke. Because you were talking about how great Psychonauts 2 was, and you're like, Psychonauts 1 was, and how you can't wait for Psychonauts 2, and I just made an offhand joke about, oh yeah, if it was so good, why did it take them so long to make another one? And you said funding, and I went, that's because the first one didn't sell. But I'm joking.
Yeah.
I actually have nothing against the game. If you like Psychonauts, good on you. My brother's actually a huge Psychonauts fan, and so when they brought it backwards compatible for the $5, $10, whatever it was on the marketplace, he bought it for his Xbox.
Yeah,
he was excited.
It's good.
I put a lot of time into it when I owned it. I don't know. I kind of checked out. I just got bored.
All right, and then Vampire the Masquerade 2.
You just shot us down.
I just shot us down. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. It gave us a little bit of extra trailer. It looks good.
Do we have gameplay? Because I didn't actually see the E3 release for this one. I had to work.
Yeah, I did too, and so I had to build the en masse, and I watched everything in like a span of a half hour.
Yeah, I watched.
So I was just like, I was like Neo from fucking The Matrix. I know kung fu.
Taking all those bullets. But I watched like Ubisoft's live. I watched most of Xbox's live. A lot of them I had to catch later on though. So, I've heard a lot of good things about Vampire the Masquerade later on. Like once it was fixed by the audience, the people, the fans. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. So is 2 being respectful to what they did, or is 2 just making a sequel to the game they originally released that didn't work? Okay.
I don't know. I just saw the trailer. I did not watch the gameplay. So oopsie doopsie, says me. Extended gameplay trailer. Let's go.
Here we go. Let's skip through some of this a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the concept of the game. I always wanted something like this. So
the only downside is this is what I noticed. The fucking city looks really dead. Like,
there's not a lot of people.
There's not a lot of people.
And I feel like that's something that you run into with a lot of MMOs. For instance, I like DC Universe, but there's parts of the city where there's just absolutely nothing going on because the entire city is battlegrounds, so they don't really put NPCs in. And so there's moments where you're walking through and it's like just nothing's happening. This looks like they've got some pretty good combat.
It looks like it's Vampire, but in first person.
Yeah, I think I would like to have had the choice to go over shoulder. Yeah, I think. Oh, it's a Paradox.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Same people.
I think my only issue is going to be the fact that I would have liked it to be over shoulder, and I would like the city to seem more alive. But they have time to fix the more alive thing. There's not really anything they can do about the over the shoulder thing, I'm sure. You've got vampire powers. He's biting people. It looks good.
Looks good, but it's hard to say right now.
Think I should play the first one?
You think so?
I'm asking.
Oh,
I'm sure you probably don't need to storyline.
Yeah, I would say go ahead just for the. I don't want to say the jank of it, but for the feel of it. Because it's not bad. It does have its moments even on console, but I'd say give it a shot.
On console, you can't play any of the fixed stuff, right? Because they're mods. You'd have to have a modded console to be able to do it.
You're right, but then again, it's not 100% game breaking. It's a little jank, but it's not bad.
Okay. And that comes out next year, and they said Q1, so it's gonna be the first fourth of the year.
Yeah, during the winter.
No, Q1 of next year would be, well, I guess technically winter. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. Winter starts at the end of the year and goes into the beginning.
Yeah. Ni no Kuni remastered. I like Ni no Kuni, but I don't really have much to say on
I don't
this.
know what it is.
Ni no Kuni is a very beautiful Studio Ghibli game.
Oh, okay.
It's full of wonder and all that. The music, top notch, as you would expect.
I saw a poster the other day that you would like. It's My Neighbor Totoro, but it's Finn and what's his name from Adventure Time.
Oh.
So the dog is Totoro and the kid is the kid.
Oh, that would have been nice. So I don't really have much on Ni no Kuni as far as it's just another remaster. I'm glad that they're remaking or bringing up games that aren't too old, but at the same time can use it.
Can you tell me what the story is for that one, or if not, don't worry about it. It's Studio Ghibli, so it makes you cry. I'm sure
it's gonna give you a little bit of feely. From what I can recall of it, it's basically light starting to fade, bring back the light.
Oh, so it's Dark Souls.
Kind of. But
did you never make that connection before?
Not really, but it's got a little bit more to it than that. It's kind of
Studio Ghibli. I'm sure it's good.
Oh yeah. Banjo and Dragon Quest are in Smash Brothers.
So this kind of sparked a few things. So not only are they in Smash Brothers, but they also just made Rare Replay. They're releasing They just released an update for it, which I thought was weird. The update was triggered on my Xbox, even though I don't have the One X. Because they just made an update for them to have them run even better on the One X. I'm pretty sure Microsoft owns Rare. That's why Sea of Thieves is a Xbox exclusive and is available through Game Pass. But they signed a deal with Nintendo then. Because they've got Banjo over there.
It's so fucking good.
Which is also crazy because Banjo, I want to say, was removed from like a kart racer or something, or someone was removed from a kart racer because of Rare being owned by different people. And there was a whole thing when there was originally a kart racer they were all in. Then when they did the remaster, they pulled them out.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it was in like Crash Bandicoots 1 or something like that. There's a bunch of licensing stuff with those characters. It's insane.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go fucking around with it.
So,
but also the Dragon Quest, they look good. I just don't know if I mean, like you have a 4-pack of spells that you can do against your enemies, and I'm like, that's kind of neat how they're giving characters more variety. When I saw Joker appearing, I'm like, man, his kit's gonna be so fucking weird. And lo and behold, his kit wasn't weird. It was actually really nice.
Now, when you say Joker, my mind always goes to DC.
Yeah,
but
I know.
I feel like I can slightly picture the Dragon Quest character, just because I've hung out with you enough.
Dragon Quest?
Yeah.
No. I meant the character that was released beforehand from Persona.
Oh, Persona. That's what it was. Sorry.
It's okay. This one is called the Hero from Dragon Quest.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I'm okay with it. It's just I don't have Smash. I would love to get Smash and get Joker and get Banjo, but Maoni. Fallout 76 finally giving players what they want? ? Do players really want a battle royale for Fallout?
So battle royale players, I think, want battle royale for everything.
Sure.
Non-battle royale players are pissed off, I'm sure, because they're tired of seeing battle royale everywhere. So it's a give and a take thing. However, that being put to the side, I will say, as a Fallout 76 player, they are giving me what I want.
NPCs.
Thank God. And actually, everyone that I've seen that's actually played the battle royale, what is it, Nuclear Winter?
Yeah.
It says it's actually really great.
Yeah.
People are winning. You're told you're overseer. You get called overseer or something like that when you win. I don't know. It looks fun. I'll probably mess around on it a little bit. I will say the internet needs to chill out a little bit on Fallout 76. I'm finally seeing people stand up for liking the game on Reddit and on Twitter, stuff like that. So I never hated it in the first place.
It already updated on my console, so I'll probably hop back into it with you if you ever throw in.
E3 forced so many updates on my console, it was insane.
Get ready, get ready for next year then.
Yeah, daily updates, I swear. And it wasn't like 1 or 2 updates. It was like 7 and 8 updates at a time.
And I don't have very many games on my console. You know how many games I downloaded?
Yeah.
I got 3. And one was for 76, one was for Rocket League, and one was for Hitman.
I think I am currently functioning at 70 plus games on the console.
Yeah.
But with a library of probably closer to 300, not counting Game Pass.
Yeah, you're right.
So.
Yeah. And also, Game Pass updated with a lot of fucking things that made...
Oh, yeah.
Now, when you told me about one very specific game, do you remember what my reaction was?
Actually, I have your reaction right here.
Oh, that's right, you do.
So, I'm just kind of digging around on the Xbox the other day, and I'm looking at Game Pass. I do that pretty much every day, because there's sometimes they just drop things on Game Pass without ever telling you.
Yeah, but this one they did announce, and I wasn't paying attention to Microsoft that day, that night until he messaged me, because this was before I got home. So he hit me before I actually went to the internet.
Yeah, your response was no fucking way. And I said yep, and I said they put a good amount of stuff on here, and you go, I'm happy, big, angry at the same time, ?
Yeah, because they released Metro Exodus, the game that I said I will not play because of what they did to me on Steam.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I have no reason to say no now.
Oh, you're not paying for it.
I'm not paying. Well, yeah, I'm not paying for it. So I'm going to download it, and I'm just going to, I guess, angrily go through this Russian wasteland and just angrily kill things as an angry Russian man.
Well, they put a lot of really interesting stuff on there, and they're doing a lot more backwards compatibles. They're bringing like the whole Splinter Cell franchise is going backwards compatible.
They went hard this year.
Yeah.
And I will, okay. On Friday, for those who are listening, if you check out the YouTube channel Longshot Heroes, I am going to cordially apologize to Microsoft.
So
I know that's not much coming from a guy like me, but I am going to apologize to Microsoft for all of the negativity I have placed onto them.
So a few more that they added. So Arkham Knight is now on there.
Mhm.
I feel like that was already there, but I'm not sure. Borderlands: The Handsome Collection, Hollow Knight. What is that one right there?
Shenmue 1 and 2.
Is that the one where you have to walk to the mountain?
I don't know.
I
I
don't
just
know.
know that it's like a what is it called? Oh God, Steve.
I don't know.
Don Bluth drew it.
Okay. I have no idea what that means.
Uh,
This is amazing. I'm watching a man have an aneurysm in front of me.
uh,
I'm going to move on with this list while you look it up.
sure.
So they also added Supermarket Shriek, Everspace. They added Heartland for State of Decay 2, which is basically you going back to the area from State of Decay 1, and it's actually story driven rather than being just kind of do your shit, which was really interesting.
Seems like a nice. You showed me that, and I was like, "What is it?" And I kind of did some digging later. I was like, "Oh, that's neat."
Yeah.
Dragon's Lair style game where you have to press the button at a certain
Oh,
time.
and quick time events. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if that's the game, I'm pretty sure it's the one where you have to literally walk the 2-hour trail to the mountain or some shit.
Wouldn't know.
Guacamelee 2.
Guacamelee Melee 2 was a part of the list.
Astroneer, Riverbound, Everspace. I feel like the Turning Test was already there, but it showed up in my recently added section.
Turing Test, I think, was on your Games with Gold.
Maybe that's what it was. Moonlighter, Tumbleweed Park, which I started playing, and I'm enjoying it. It's not quite what I expected, but I'm enjoying it. SteamWorld Dig 2, which is cool, because I played SteamWorld 1. Bridge Construction Portal, which I didn't know was a thing.
It's pretty funny to build a thing that'll just fall into a vat of acid and watch all the people just bail out of the forklifts. It's an entertaining game.
Silence. I don't know what that is.
You see?
Silence.
It's just silence.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Oh, very pretty game.
Okay. Something Planet's Journey. I can't read it. The photo's bad. Braid was already there. I'm pretty sure that was.
I want to say Braid. I want to say Braid was also a game with gold.
I don't remember. Riptide GP Renegade, Light Space Double Speed Edition, Metal Slug 10, Neon Chrome, and Momodora.
I will say, Neon Chrome, very fun cyberpunk top-down shooter.
Mm-hmm.
It's a roguelike game. It is super fucking fun. It's good to drop in, drop out if you got like 25 minutes plus.
Yeah.
Or if you're just throwing yourself at enemies to figure
anyone that has Game Pass, if you haven't played Metro, now the whole trilogy is on there.
And it irritates me, but at the same time, I'm like, thank you, Microsoft.
And while we're talking about it, they announced the Game Pass Unlimited, which I will probably start doing next year. So for $14.99, you get to have Gold and Game Pass from one transaction rather than two.
And so that means that you're saving about $10.
Actually, I think it comes out even. I'm not saving anything because my Game Pass comes out to 60
and then it's $10 a month, so it's 120. So 170. So 180.
Yeah, 60 plus 120.
Oh, you're right. So yeah, it's saving you $10.
No, 15 times 12.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
180.
So I'm happy. It works for me. I mean, it means I'm doing my gold build monthly rather than yearly, but I'm paying the same amount. So. Silence looks interesting. Yeah,
it's a very beautiful colored place. All the places just look so goddamn nice.
She looks like a Twi'lek with that hat.
Yeah, kind of. Okay, but that's enough of that.
Moving on.
Zelda's Link's Awakening. I played the original way back when. It's one of the very few Zelda games I've ever played.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it, if I can recall correctly. I'm excited. It has a whole lot of new mechanics, which is a good thing for a remaster. You got just a bubbly art style that is. I would say you're a douchebag if you don't like that art style.
Yeah,
because it's so fucking. It's bubbly. It's.
Well, I am a douchebag, so.
Okay.
I actually don't have anything against the art style, though.
Oh, okay then.
Now I have a question.
Go for it.
The other one was, Wind Waker.
HD?
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about like remakes or anything. That was the other Zelda game, right? Wind Waker, the one where he's on the boat?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think we would ever get a Wind Waker 2 now that we're in a world where Breath of the Wild has happened? Because it's such a difference looks-wise.
You're right.
But I don't think Breath of the Wild happens without Wind Waker, because Wind Waker took a very huge leap forward for the Zelda games.
It did. I'm going to go ahead and say it's a good attempt.
Yeah.
It's a good attempt. Because you got to figure, Wind Waker's still, in itself, a huge fucking game. It's got islands and shit and all that. It's great.
You have to make sure you eat and stuff like that.
Yeah, so it's like, adding in the survival elements into a boating, I'm kind of like this. I'm doing a hand scale where I'm like, I don't know what to...
Scales of justice.
Yeah. The scales of time are turning.
Okay, we'll move on. It popped in my head.
I mean, it's a good game. I'm hoping that, people buy it and we get another bump up. Maybe see Oracle of Ages and Seasons. Maybe see maybe another...
I would like an actual, like, Resident Evil 2 style, Spyro Crash, Final Fantasy 7 style remake of Ocarina and Majora's Mask.
I don't think that'll happen.
I don't think it'll ever happen.
No.
But I'm saying I'd like it.
Okay.
Like, I would pay for that.
Okay. Good to know.
The $60 price tag, actually. I would.
You would?
Yeah. And
okay.
I really don't like that price tag, and I would.
Okay.
So
Dying Light 2.
I didn't play Dying Light 1.
I played a little bit of Dying Light 1. I need to get back into it. It's a nice little romp around parkour adventure where you're fighting zombies and at night things get worse.
Which is a thing for the zombies game. Why is that?
Well, this one's supposed to be like a chemical outbreak.
Yeah.
So this
I'm
one's
just saying, like, it was a
in
thing
general.
yeah, it was a thing in Dead Rising. It's a thing in this. It's a thing in. Was it a thing in Left 4 Dead?
Left 4 Dead, they were
levels
just
were
all
different.
Yeah, they were just all angry.
What's the other zombie one? Dead Island, was it a thing in that? I don't remember.
Not really.
No? Okay. But it is a thing that's happened more than once, where it's like at night the zombies transform a little bit more and get stronger. I'm like, why?
Voodoo mythos? I don't know. Hard to say. But then again, I'm okay with it just for the fact of, it's zombies. I can't be mad at it. And also it adds another level of, okay, this mission you can only do at night when things are harder.
Yeah.
Do this at night. I'm okay with it. Pokemon Sword and Shield reveal a Corgi. That's all I wrote down.
They revealed another one too.
They revealed another bat-like one, but the Corgi, I'm sorry, Corgi takes center stage.
I used to have a Corgi mix. He was adorable.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it by it. I accidentally put Panzer Dragoon twice on this list, but you know why?
Because you in love.
I love the Panzer Dragoon, and I'm glad that it's getting an update. I hope to see it soon. Cadence of Hyrule.
So this is interesting to me because this is expanding the universe without the main characters.
No,
they're in there.
Zelda and Link.
Oh, I mean, that's still cool, but I like the idea more of it expanding without them.
Yeah, but then again, I don't think this is going to be a direct game because let me show you. Can I get?
Oh, she's goofy looking in that drawing.
Yeah.
See that one to the right?
Yeah, that's the Crypt of the Necrodancer stuff.
Her over here.
Oh, yeah, that's the Crypt of the Necrodancer style of art.
Oh, okay.
But I'm trying to find the fucking video for it.
Video.
Okay, so it has a beat that is just constantly.
Okay.
And you gotta do things at the time of the beat, or you're going to miss or not move. It is very beat centric, so you got to.
Interesting.
Yeah, you gotta boop 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 boop.
You know what this reminds me of? Have you played the Hitman mobile game or the Tomb Raider mobile game?
I've heard about them, but I've never really done.
Yeah, so basically, when you move, everyone else moves. So you've got to figure out the pattern that allows you to either slide past them or attack them.
Or do good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a good crossover. I love Crypt of the Necrodancer. I never really got too heavy into it, but I do love the game and how mechanically it works.
Mm-hmm.
I like this crossover.
See, I was hoping it was going to be an expansion on the universe,
Who knows?
Well, I'm saying, like,
it might be.
It still could be, yeah. But I was more saying, like, we get to see what people are doing when Link and Zelda aren't there to save them.
Yeah, yeah, some other people, some other heroes. The Surge 2.
I love Surge. Oh, sorry, I was thinking the drink.
Yeah, but what about the game?
I don't think I played it.
Think Dark Souls, but mechanical.
So Dark Souls, but easier?
No.
Okay. Well, you said mechanic. Oh, you mean like things in the game are mechanical?
Yeah.
I thought you meant like the mechanics of the game worked better.
Not
to say that Dark Souls don't work well, because they do. It's just
Souls.
It still whoops your ass.
Yeah, it still beats you down.
Okay. Who's this by? Do you know?
This is done by.
Yes. Okay. We'll figure it out in a second. He's showing me a trailer because I don't know what this is.
Focus Home Interactive.
Okay.
So the guys who did Vampire.
Oh. We could have just waited. There it is.
Yeah, you're right. So the trailer showcases a lot of very interesting things. A man walking through, seeing visions of a girl, and I'm like,
dead daughter.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say.
I'm a Mad Max fan, so I'm going with Dead Child.
Okay. And then it showcases the word faith around just in strewn letters, and then a whole bunch of sickly people.
This looks cool.
It looks great.
And I like that this seems different than for Focus Home. I like Focus Home. I like Vampire.
I like almost all their games because of how story driven they want to be.
I like the new one they're coming out with, the Plague one. That one looks like it's going to be good. But the Plague one plays and kind of feels like it's going to be Vampire a little bit. So this looks like it's going to be a very different take, and that's what interests me.
Yeah, they are working hard, and I like it. And their facial reactions, everything like that. They don't like mouths, it seems, but it's fine. Because everyone has their mouth covered.
I'm assuming his is like a rebreather.
Yeah.
The world's probably a little toxic.
A little bit.
Just got his ass whooped.
and the mask is all cracked, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Time to bring out my little beep
A
boop."
drone with like a minigun.
Yeah, and then
That's kind of cool.
and then a laser Gatling gun.
This looks interesting. Okay. I'll probably give this a shot. If they do a demo, I'd be very happy because, I mean, we're not seeing gameplay right now, so I don't know how it's actually going to handle.
But then again, if it's anything like the Surge one, it was a little techy. It wasn't very. I'm gonna say it. It wasn't very fun. I made me want to go back and play.
Matrix motherfucker.
Yeah, and then he just goes ham on going in toward this giant robot, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's great.
Yeah, it would have been cooler if he didn't get his ass whooped for like half that fight, and then the robot came out because it makes him look more badass.
But to be fair, the Surge is a very hard game. In the
No, I
sense
get that.
It's going to beat your ass.
Yeah, and it probably will.
It probably will.
I'm only good at certain kinds of games.
Yeah. More Baldur's Gate 3 stuff. It just talked about it a little bit.
The new cinematic trailer with the guy turning into a Cthulhu-looking thing.
Mind Flayer.
Cthulhu-looking thing.
Cthulhu-looking thing.
Yeah. I said what I wanted to say.
You did. I'm excited just because I love that
Baldur's Gate, yeah.
I love Baldur's Gate. I love that entire Sword Coast. I love everything about that area. From Baldur's Gate to the Yawning Portal to Neverwinter to Waterdeep. That entire fucking coast is just my fucking stomping grounds.
Well, they also did a Waterdeep mobile game recently. 2 of them, actually. One that's a pay game and one that's not. So
yeah, I got to check out.
They're kind of expanding.
Faerun.
Yeah, it's interesting. I like it. In a world where we're still waiting for another Elder Scrolls game, it's good to be filling things like this in. This is the time for them to do this. Don't do it when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out. Do it now. This makes sense.
That would be a bad idea to do it. But then again, I'm super curious just to know what the story is, considering this one is supposed to be 100 years after Baldur's Gate 2.
It looks like the city's not doing well.
No, everyone's dead, and the one guy that was surviving turned into a Mind Flayer because of what I'm going to assume to be the Spell Plague.
Okay.
Because the Spell Plague is what wrought the Mind Flayers up to the surface.
Yeah, he was vomiting a little bit, and
then he
his
cracked
flesh
his
started
body,
changing.
his hair fell out.
His feet got bigger for some reason.
Mind Flayers got fins.
Yeah, okay, but I mean, his feet got really big. They ripped his shoes out and everything. But I don't know, it looked interesting to me.
I'm excited.
I haven't played Baldur's Gate, so
good news, they're on my Steam. So as soon as we get a graphics card on this sumbitch, you can play them.
Yeah, I would like to. I also eventually want to go through and replay the original Fallouts too. That's another goal of mine.
I think I have 1, not 2.
Okay.
Gears 5. I'm excited. It's just now that I'm starting to go through it, it's just playing Gears 1 is like dragging your knuckles through nails. Yeah. It's very slow, and you even said it yourself. It's what they started off with. Yeah. You said it gets better with 2.
Yeah, I don't think Gears 1 was a bad game, but you very much get the feel playing Gears 1 and then playing later ones, and then coming back to Gears 1, you kind of go, oh yeah, this was the first game.
Yeah, but starting off at 1 and already having that problem, what do you think? Same thing?
Remember that it didn't come out on the Xbox One? Remember that it came out on early days of 360?
Okay. All right. I'll give that one to you then.
So, I don't think it's a bad franchise by any means.
No, and
you're going to like the story. You're going to enjoy the world.
As I said, I'm excited for it just because I'm now starting to get back into my shooter roots. I'm starting to play the Xbox some more.
I'm going to have to get online with you and play it because really, they work very well as like a co-op thing. There's parts where you go up and it will force us to separate. You'll have to take all the way to the left, and I will have to take all the way to the right.
I've already ran into one of those scenes, but it leads back to the same thing, and I'm like, why did we split up again?
Yeah, they make you do it in the storyline still, but it's the NPCs, so you don't have to worry about the NPCs dying nearly as much. If I die playing with you, it sets us back at the beginning. If you die, it sets us back at the beginning.
Okay.
It's very... They're co-op for the early ones, at least, because I haven't played the 2 recent ones.
Okay. We already talked a little bit about this. Halo Infinity.
I haven't played Halo since Halo 2.
I just played Halo 2 last night. Halo 2, holy shit.
Yeah.
Blows Halo 1 out of the fucking water with its control scheme.
Mm-hmm.
It feels much better. Gunplay is so much nicer. Dual wielding, I was like, I can pick up another gun? Oh!
Spoiler warning for anyone who hasn't played Halo 2. How does Halo 2 end?
I'm not.
Oh, you're not done with it yet?
No.
Okay. I thought you were done.
I'm moving quite fast through it. I'm already on Act 5.
Because I'm trying to remember if that's the same one. I think I finished. I think I ended with Halo 2.
Yeah, I'm hoping to find some skulls.
I know I didn't leave in the middle of a game. I know I left with the game ending.
Okay.
I finished the game. I'm thinking it was 2. It could have been 3.
The soundtrack is fucking glorious.
Yeah.
I took that one for granted. But
remember, this is the game franchise that built Xbox.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, I mean, I like it. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. Contra Rogue Core. You can play as a giant panda shooting a Gatling gun. That's all I have.
I mean, that's enough to sell me. It sounds cool.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to say it's a first-person shooter because it's not. It's over the shoulder, a rotating camera over the shoulder type of thing. But it's kind of like you're just walking through having to mow shit down.
Yeah. And that's pretty much what Contra was back when, was just shoot,
Yeah.
go, flip, go.
So it's an interesting new take with the panda and whatnot.
All right, so Devolver Digital, I love you. I love you a lot. Need you to not be fucking weird anymore, please.
Oh, but that's their thing.
That is their thing, but I need you to be a little less weird. Because, holy shit, this year's presentation, it's like an arcing story, and it's getting a bit convoluted now, and I'm like, as much as I appreciate you guys, gonna need you, bring it down a couple
I have
notches.
a feeling that it's going to be directs from this point on with the way they did everything.
Yeah, they the ending kind of had the evil woman saying, we can now cancel games through you at any time. We can announce them at any time through you. We can delay them.
Yeah, I think
I
think what's going to happen is it's going to be directs.
Yeah,
and then when there's something that they're really ready to push, that's when they'll be like, no more directs. But
I guess
I feel like a lot of companies are starting to get into the direct thing, and it's like, that's fine and dandy, but with certain companies, it's because they don't seem to know how to handle going up on stage and doing live.
Yeah,
And I'm looking at you, PlayStation. Making people get up and go into another room last year to watch a guy play a guitar and then walk back into the... Why didn't the guitar guy just come into the first room? Why even have the guitar guy? That whole thing was just so weird. And then you give us a trailer that didn't really show us much.
Yeah.
And now PlayStation's like, we're not doing E3. And it's like, okay, you keep your tail between your legs.
A little bit of a jump ahead, but Arcane Lion, the guys who are doing Deathloop.
Deathloop.
Oh,
is that the new Assassin one?
That's the Assassin versus Assassin.
Yeah.
Basically, they said it's spy versus spy set in today's world, and I'm like, that's a good way of putting it. But I'll talk about that in a minute. But when they came out, they knew a little bit of English. It was very thick accent with French, and they were like, "It's so fucking awesome!"
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's good. You are conveying what the game is as best as you can.
Yeah, no, Microsoft had a hell of a platform this time around. Ubisoft had a hell of a platform this time around. Luckily they didn't do what they did last year with the fucking dancing party that started outside and let its way in.
They did another dancing thing.
Yeah, I know, but it wasn't nearly...
It wasn't as bad.
Yeah. But you know what company really killed it and wasn't even at E3? It's back when they announced Borderlands at...
2K.
At PAX.
Oh, yeah.
That is how you handle being on stage.
Oh, yeah.
So, companies, there are certain companies that seem to be able to handle it, and there's other companies that, like PlayStation, that fuck up, and then they make it seem like I feel like they kind of take a whole,
they take the human aspect out of it.
Yeah, they take the human aspect out of it, and you got companies like Nintendo who's always done the directs. They've been doing directs since practically the beginning, if not the beginning.
I think they started about 2010.
Yeah.
But they do it every quarter, though.
Yeah. But I feel like with PlayStation, I think it was people reacted negatively to their thing, and they're like, well, then fine, we're just not going to do it for you. And it's like,
and now they're doing the state of play, and the state of plays are already starting to they're boring.
The first one was boring as shit. The second one picked up a little bit.
But it's still boring.
But was still boring.
Yeah. I would I have been better off if I missed it and just caught the snippets of highlights? I think I would have been better off.
Look at what Nintendo did with their April Fool's Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
The snapping.
And yeah. And then the recent fucking one where Bowser comes out and then the new CEO is like, not that Bowser, this Bowser. And I'm like, okay, and then Bowser's just like, oh, and he just sad walks out, and I'm like, don't do that to Bowser. Give Bowser another game.
Nintendo knows what they're doing with their directs, and I don't even say Devolver,
Devolver?
With it being weird. They had fun with it. They did something. They got you immersed. I watched the whole Devolver thing without even really understanding how weird Devolver is. And I didn't turn it off. I watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
But
they announced a lot of games.
Yeah.
They announced a arcade cabinet called Enter the Gungeon House of the Gundead, which is, I guess, a playoff of House of the Dead.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool, great. I don't like it because I would.
You don't like it for a stupid reason.
I don't like it because
offense.
it's fine. It is a stupid reason, and I'll admit it's a stupid reason. But it makes me agitated to the fact that
Arcades aren't a thing. like they used
arcades
to.
are slowly dying out, and you're wanting to resurrect it in a weird way. But you brought up an interesting point that they brought in a Marvel game
Yeah, so it was
specifically for Dave and Buster's.
So
And
Dave
I'm
and
like,
Buster's signed a deal with a company that did Contest of Champions to basically bring the same game that was already a thing on your mobile phone, but made it it's a fighter. So they made it a fighter at Dave and Buster's. It can be 1 or 2 players. Dave and Buster's is still going strong.
Oh, yeah.
GameWorks came back in a big way. We've got, in a sense, arcades. The problem is they're expensive.
mhm.
The arcades that are being successful are expensive and very lavish. They've got food, they've got bars, they've bowling alleys, land play. Not land. What is it called?
Computer.
Yeah, the computer rooms.
Oh my god.
I'm spacing on it.
Me too.
Brain fart. Too much.
No, yeah,
Gaming.
this is a lot.
But like they've got the rooms where you can basically you pay for the hour, 2 hours, whatever it is, and you get to go and play on a gaming PC and play the library of games they have, or the library of games you have on your Steam, or whatever the case may be, and you get to go and just fucking game like that. They've got in the same place at GameWorks. They've got a couch you can sit on and play, Smash Bros and shit like that.
Yeah. I forgot what the fuck it's called.
Gaming Lounge. I don't know.
Gaming Lounge, but it's a goddamn name, but I can't remember what the goddamn name is, and it's so bothersome.
Yeah. I don't know. Look up GameWorks. Just go to GameWorks' website. I'm sure they have a name for it.
Yeah, okay.
So it's like, the idea of just walking in, there just being a crap ton of cabinets, you stick $1 in a machine, you get coins. The only places out here, at least, that we're seeing that work is at some of the casinos. Most of the casinos built for the locals.
Yeah.
Red Rock still has one like that.
Orleans.
But I don't think doing this cabinet's a bad idea.
I don't think it is either now, but I'm neutral. I'm chaotic neutral to it. Like, I want it, but at the same time, I'm like, is it going to do well?
You are very chaotic.
I am very chaotic. Is it going to do well to spring up another one? Is it going to spring up to create like a Metal of Chaos fucking arcade cabinet that you can sit in and drive a giant mech as the president of the United States saying, Richard!
I would play it. We did GameWorks. We did a day of GameWorks, and they had
very light game of day.
Yeah, they had a lot of those arcades where you sit down in it and you take the controls and you're in like a actual seated thing, and those are cool. But if you're not doing unlimited play cards, the price on those
are fucking
get
astronomical.
out of control.
Yeah,
you got to do these all day game cards.
Oh yeah, or at least hour or a couple hour passes.
Yeah.
Just
click on like their website. I'm sure they have it on the website.
I'm just gonna do this.
Okay. He's looking up
the fuck.
GameWorks.
Yeah, we're just trying to figure out what the goddamn name of what they have in them.
Yeah,
because we're
the
dumb.
Computer room.
The computer room.
Esports arena.
Kind of.
Yeah,
but it involves
multiplayer online computer gaming. I don't know.
That's it, right there. That is it. But what is that fucking called?
They're just calling it a devoted space for multiplayer online computer gaming.
Okay.
Whatever.
All right. We'll leave it alone.
I keep going to LAN, and I'm like, that's not right.
That's not right.
But Devolver, yeah, they also had a new game that there was one game you said you think I was going to be into, and then which was Carrion, and it looks good. I'm probably into that. But Fall Guys actually looks a little goofy and fun.
Yeah, Fall Guys was the one that I was like, I don't know. I like it. It's basically oh god, I'm spacing on that name too. American Gladiators.
Yeah, it's
basically American Gladiators, but
or
with 100 people.
What was the one where it was done in Japan and then years later
MXC.
America? Yeah, which by the way you can watch for free on one of the Roku things.
Neat.
Yeah,
I like MXC. MXC was really good with Kenny Blankenship and
I don't remember the other guy's name.
Something or Skip Starlin.
My friend Pedro looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah. It got a banana that basically tells you to kill things. That's I'm
assuming you're like going to save the banana or something.
Yeah.
That was my assumption, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. And they've just recently released Katana Zero, which has
looks
a
like
fucking
a Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden.
Is it Gaiden?
Either or.
Okay. A Ninja G.
Yeah, it's a very fun game. A lot of people are fucking loving it. It's getting a lot of good reviews. You visit your therapist, he injects you with something, and then you go out, kill something, come back, get another injection.
It looks interesting.
Oh, it's
Ninja Gaiden style.
Yeah, one shot, you're dead.
We originally covered this one when they first announced it, I think.
Yes.
The other one that was interesting was the Devolver bootlegs.
Oh yeah, 8 games in one, because it's all their it's all their games in 8-bit form.
Yeah.
So it's got I don't remember what this one is, but they got Ape Out Junior, which is Ape Out but 8-bit. It's got Catastrophe.
I noticed that they did Hotline Miami, but they made it Hotline Milwaukee.
Milwaukee,
yeah,
Hotline Milwaukee, which looks really campy. It looks like GTA from old back when.
Yeah, or like some of the Flash games you would play back in the day.
Oh yeah, and then Enter the Gun Dungeon, which is Enter the Gungeon. I don't know what that one is, and then a couple other small time games.
It was a funny, goofy little.
It's a funny thing, and they were trying to pander to themselves by saying, "Guess what? It's all bootlegs. It's not actual. Ha ha ha." And
yeah.
I'm like, okay.
And the video starts looking very 80s. All the bootlegs of their games, as they're calling them, they all also kind of poke at
themselves
80s games.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you get a guy in a shoe, which is very Mario, things like that. So, Serious Sam 4?
Serious Sam 4 was already an announcement way back when.
My bad.
It's just nothing doing as far as...
It looks good. If that's actually how it's going to look.
Let's take a look at the trailer.
So that's actually how it's going to look. That's a huge step up for Serious Sam.
When was this trailer dropped?
April 19th
of
2018.
So last year.
So yeah, this game's been out, or not been out, but been talked about for a while.
Yeah, it's teasing, and then of course as you're going on the motorcycle, and then all of a sudden you have the screamer going at you.
Yeah, it's just a matter of what the gameplay actually looks like, which we don't really have.
Nothing on that. Other than that, Devolver, you know how to do this. You've done it long enough.
Yeah.
I guess I'll leave you alone.
I'll probably go and kill because that banana told me to.
Yeah, go kill the people because you told me to.
We'll see about if they open the Gungeon arcade cabinet out here somewhere. We'll probably go and check it out.
Yeah, I would
probably
like to.
do a day of it.
I would like to. And that's it for Devolver. Yeah, Devolver for E3. There's of course other games that they're coming out with, but that's not our subject for that. We just talked about that. On to the last set. No More Heroes 3. I'm a huge fan of No More Heroes, so I got super fucking hype when I saw that it was like starting up, but I was like, is that Travis with the neck brace and this fucking shitty t-shirt? What the fuck?
I know how we can describe it. Okay, so in Japan, there's still internet cafes. It's basically an internet cafe inside an arcade, minus the cafe.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can give it.
Sure.
Sorry.
It's okay. But he looked up at these invading people and he says, well, time to get... And he got into this Super Sentai costume, hops up, and then gets back into his old Travis Touchdown look with the red flare jacket and his lightsaber. Now, motion controls right now are at an all-time low, but I want there to be a way to have to shake your controller up and down as you would in No More Heroes 1 as if you're quote-unquote jerking.
I was thinking shake weight.
Sure. But I'm of course that's not gonna happen.
Off subject, but have you seen the guy that does videos where he goes around and uses a shake weight in public, but he positions himself so it looks like he's jerking off?
No.
And people go to like fight him and tell him to stop, and he's like, "What the hell?" And he turns around holding the shake weight, and they're like, "Oh, sorry."
That would be very compromising.
It's great.
That and Blair Witch gets a game.
Lauren actually is a huge Blair Witch fan.
Yeah.
And she saw this and she's like, "This looks like a Blair Witch game," because she was just watching it. She came across it on like Facebook or something.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't actually see this one in the E3 release, so she's like, "This looks like a Blair Witch game." And like halfway through, they're like, "This is a Blair Witch game." And she's like, "Holy shit!" And it's being done by Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
It looks good. It's like a survival horror thing.
Survival horror with a man and his dog. His dog named Bullet.
If they kill the dog, though, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna demand my money back.
They're not giving you.
I'm gonna go John Wick on Microsoft.
No. Next up, Bleeding Edge. It looks like a 4v4 Overwatch that has little tiny minions in the middle.
But it's melee, not guns.
It's melee, not guns. I don't know. It's I want to see more. I want to see more. It's got good characters. The characters look great.
I'm just worried that Overwatch is still too big for them to be doing this right now.
There's a rumor that Overwatch 2 could be in the make.
Okay, so this needs to drop before then.
I'm hoping, because it'll end up like Battleborn.
Yeah. Do me a favor.
No.
Pull up photos for the next one or videos or something, because I didn't actually get to see this.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I saw the teaser last year, and I've been waiting to see the actual thing, and I was just so fucking busy I wasn't able to pull this one up.
That's fine.
It has been a busy week.
It has been a very busy week.
So this one's an Xbox exclusive.
Yep.
And I'm sitting here going, that's fine. I was a fan of the original. I actually got the fighting game. Combo Breaker. What is it?
Killer Instinct.
Yeah, Killer Instinct, just because they brought this character in. It's Battletoads. There is a new Battletoad game. It's got Rash, Pimple, Zit, or Zits. Wasn't there a fourth one, or was it just the three?
It was just the three.
Okay. I actually played the one that was them crossed with, was it Double Dragon?
It was Double Dragon.
Okay, yeah, I had that one too. So, explosive 3-player co-op, that looks good.
Couch co-op.
Couch co-op, that looks really good then.
Yeah.
That makes me excited.
But the only downside is no online multiplayer.
I'm sure they'll change that. They'll probably change it eventually.
Yeah. I mean,
I think my only complaint about this is the first game was kind of like, it was like it's Ninja Turtles without being Ninja Turtles. This one is Ninja Turtles.
This one's pretty much Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
It looks very stylized. It looks hand drawn, but it's hard to tell nowadays.
Now, I am a little upset because we got the high rendering of one of them for Killer Instinct.
Mm-hmm.
Saw what he could be, and now this is what we get. I feel like we could have done a little bit better.
Could have, but then again, would you want something like that?
Yeah, I would. I would play, kind of like what Beyond Good and Evil is looking like now. Is this Microsoft signing a deal with Lego?
Yes.
This is cool.
And then that's the McLaren in Lego form.
So, Lego Forza Horizon. So, is it just cars for Forza Horizon 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Cars and maybe a map or something?
Like yeah, as you can see, the track's got it. So, I don't know what it's going to include, but it has a whole bunch of cars that are already like that. So, Lego Racers meets Forza Horizon 4.
Hey, it's a hell of a lot better than doing a new Lego Racers.
Yeah. And, I mean, you already have the engine. All you have to do now is just do textures. And I'm like, that would actually save you so much time.
And the funny thing is, I mean, it's not like you have to create it from scratch because Lego's already done a bunch of runs on cars.
Yeah. So you already have technically the build of how to do it. And I mean, as I said, you got the McLaren, an actual build of McLaren. You've got one of the Shelby. You've got one of like an off-road racer. It's not hard to do it. And all it is just moving over literal building blocks into the game.
Building blocks.
That's a joke.
So June 13th.
So tomorrow.
So yeah, it's an expansion coming out tomorrow. So if you listen to this tonight, guess what?
And it's even on the Game Pass.
Oh, really? Okay. I don't play Forza. Just not that I have anything against it. I suck at racing games. So.
Did you see the announced trailer?
Yeah, I saw it. It was really cool.
Okay. So the next one's a very strange one.
I feel like this is only happening because the sequel or whatever is happening on Netflix to the original movie. There's a Dark Crystal game, is what it is.
The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance Tactics, and it's a tactics style game, which I'm always down for. It's just I'm not a big fan of Dark Crystal, so I'm like, I
have nothing against Dark Crystal.
I don't have a lot against it. It's just I don't know too much of the character lore. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Jim Henson.
We'll throw the Dark Crystal on the future list for movies.
I've already seen it. I'm just
okay.
saying. It's just I'm not a big fan of it.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know, like, how impactful this game is going to be, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think that they're really hoping the sequel coming out on Netflix is probably going to boost it.
I might actually check that out. If I see that the game is doing well, I'll check out the Netflix show, and then I'll start leaning over for it. Because, it's an idea. It's all ideas. But that's it. Elden Ring. This one I'm excited for, just because you have a producer who wants to kill their characters with another producer who wants to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
So no one's going to survive this.
Yeah. It's the guys from Dark Souls working together with George R.R. Martin.
Correct, making Elden Ring. And
The little bit we saw looked interesting. We didn't get any gameplay.
We
or
got
anything. We
fuck
didn't get
all
any
for
story.
gameplay.
We got a couple second video, but it
Of a
looked
guy
weird.
smacking down on something, talking about a ring, and then a guy holding up a severed arm that was still moving. I don't know.
I didn't think he was holding it. I thought his hand was inside of it.
No, he's
because he had one hand
like
up,
this.
and it looked like he had his hand in it, and then he had one hand down, and there's all these hands kind of holding him up, like lifting him up.
All right,
And,
we're
like
gonna
one
check
of them
it out
started to
later.
lift his head.
It's only 30 seconds.
Yeah, let's get it. I only got one look at it, so
Okay. And
Peggy 16.
Peggy 16 because it's.
Yeah, see.
It is in there.
Yeah, his hand's in it, in the severed arm, and you're right. The other hand was holding it up. I was wrong about that, but yeah, he's got one hand like holding it. It looks like the hands that are like coming out are kind of like pushing his hand in, and helping him rise, and like one's lifting his face up. I don't know. It's weird.
It's very not great. And then you have strands of light coming off this hammer that he brings down onto what we can assume to be a ring, because it's talking about Lord of the Rings style breaking a ring.
Yeah.
And then you got some very nice armors that look great. And then she puts on an arm.
Yeah.
Her arm is missing, and she puts it on.
I really like the dwarf character that we got to see. They'll show him again here in a second, I think.
The one with the weird mask.
I don't remember if he had a weird mask. He was kind of standing. We'll see in a second. There's only a couple seconds left of this video.
Someone who looks kind of like the.
For him.
Yeah, him. Yeah, it looks like he has a weird mask on.
I thought it was just his face.
Oh, I mean, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
But even still, I'm excited. And if this guy is Andre, my mind is gonna just explode, because Andre has been a smithy through Dark Souls 1 and 3.
So maybe he connects to other worlds or something.
Something like that, but I don't know what this guy's gonna. I don't know. It's no face. It looks like he has a beard. It looks like he has his ponytail. Hard to say.
He's like, his back's like cracking apart.
His back is falling apart. So maybe this is the end of his life. But then you also have someone who looks kind of like the Emerald Herald. So again, don't know.
And it's Namco still.
And
it's
Namco,
from
yeah.
software, so it'll probably be good.
Once again, another fucking cool thing I would like to have tattooed on me.
Logo.
Yeah,
the 3 rings
like,
and whatnot.
Like, real talk, I want the dark sign. I want this Elden Ring sign. I want the one from fucking Bloodborne of the Hunter's Mark.
It's actually 4 rings, not 3.
Whatever, man.
No, I was talking because I said 3 rings, and I was realizing I was wrong. It looks like it's 4.
It's
really hard to tell. They're all overlapping.
Yeah.
You think the Olympic rings gets confusing? No.
Yeah, no, right? It's 5 though. That one's 5 independent colors.
I'm just worried that how long is it going to take for this game to actually come out? Because this is the announcement trailer, yeah, but I mean it's Martin, who doesn't really do anything quickly, and
Miyazaki, who
is already working on a bunch of shit.
What's he working on?
I shouldn't say already working on a bunch of shit. They just released something, so while they were working on that one, they probably weren't working on this one, because they just did Shadows Die Twice. So while touching up Shadows Die Twice, it's not like they were sinking too much time into this. It depends. I guess it depends on how many people they have that work for them.
Yeah.
Working on something wasn't. Or working on a lot of stuff, but wasn't what I meant.
Yeah, okay. So March 22nd was when Sekiro, and then before that, December... Wait, what is this? I never saw this, but it's a PlayStation VR game called... I cannot pronounce that, but it's Deracine. I'm not going to even try.
I don't even know if it's available in America.
You're right.
All the prices are in yen. Japan studio.
Tell me more. Private browsing.
Like, does he have a car?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you had to go to a Japanese website and everything.
Wow, I'm super fucking curious because it looks like a mystery game.
We can jump on the PlayStation after this and see if it's in the marketplace. Whatever theirs is called. Marketplace is Xbox.
It looks like a mystery game.
PlayStation Store?
Yeah.
Okay.
It kind of looks like Hunting Ground.
That came out in November of last year. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already done wanting to dig through this, but I mean, it's super fucking keen.
Yeah, just show me what else came out last year. I'm curious.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Um.
What is that? Armored Core soundtrack, Dark Souls Remastered.
Yeah, okay, I'll accept that. So they only really released one new game last year. So if they do, on average, a game and then some side stuff per year, I would say we're not expecting the George R.R. Martin one till next year.
Yeah.
Because we already got Sekiro this year.
Yeah. So 2015 was Bloodborne Game of the Year. 2016 was Dark Souls 3.
Bless you. What was 2017? 2017?
2017 was the Dark Souls 3 Game of the Year.
Yeah, so they pretty much average a game per year. And then some side stuff every now and then. So I'm going to go with 2020, if not 2021.
Okay.
It depends on how big this game is.
So I'm not too keen on top-down style games, but this one caught my attention. It's called Empire of Sin.
It's like a
mobster
thing, yeah.
Yeah, and the song that they chose for it, very, very good.
It's another Paradox. Paradox had a lot.
I don't know if you noticed that.
Romero? Is that what that said?
John Romero?
He's dead.
Well, it's the company that he worked for.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or I believe that is the thing.
I don't know. I only ever knew him to do movies, so.
I'm going to double check, so that way I'm not looking like a dumb. But even still, it's a top-down shooter game. Yeah. John Romero.
Oh, no. Okay, John Romero. Sorry, never mind. He's not dead. I was thinking George Romero. The zombie movie.
I was like, is he really dead? I
Sorry.
don't think he's dead.
Yeah. Anyone that heard me say that, please understand I was wrong. I was thinking about the wrong person. Yeah, no. Okay. So
John Romero, yeah, he's helping make this. He's got his hand in a lot of things, especially the really terrible game Daikatana.
Well, but original Doom and Wolfenstein 3D.
Yeah.
Final Doom in 96. I didn't like Quake.
Fuck you. You have your... what did you tell me? You're entitled to your opinion even though it's wrong?
Oh, yeah, you're entitled to your wrong opinion.
Yeah, that's it.
For instance, someone told me or someone didn't tell me, but I saw on my Facebook friends list that they didn't like the new temporary flavor for Dr. Pepper. I was like, well, you're entitled to your wrong opinion. Yeah. The new flavor of Dr. Pepper is delicious.
But fucking Empire Sin got a lot of fucking nice flavors to it. It's made by Paradox. He had it in his rye whiskey, the Romero rye.
Yeah, I was thinking George Romero. That was my issue. I don't know, for a top-down, it actually looks kind of nice.
It looks nice.
So that was just you going around and wiping out other mobsters?
Wiping out other mobsters, threatening them, taking over the city. Because, look, it also has like a... Oopsie. It has like a little city builder
I like
style.
that. So did you ever play the Godfather games?
No.
Okay, 1 was really good and had a thing where like you slowly took over all of Manhattan. 2 was okay. And they came out and said, we're not going to do 3 because the movie was already rough. How do you think a game would turn out? Yeah. And I was like, well, at least you're being honest.
Yeah. The Avengers game. It's got a couple of my favorite voice actors in it. Of course, you know who they are. But, it's got Travis Willingham as Thor, because he does a really good Thor.
Yeah.
It's got Laura Bailey as Black Widow.
Uh-huh.
It's got Troy Baker.
Mm-hmm.
It's got everybody.
So
everyone's here.
They originally did a teaser for this. Can you look up the Avengers game teaser?
Oh, I gotta just do.
They originally did a teaser for this. It was just like a pair of sunglasses sitting on a thing that said like Avengers Initiative or something like that. You're probably gonna have to look.
Oh, fine.
There you go. 2017 is when this was teased. Yeah. This is when they first went, guess what? We signed a deal with Square Enix. Here's a teaser showing you that we that we're working on something. And it basically just teased what the 4 Avengers were going to be. This was, like I said, in 2017.
Yeah.
And then we didn't get anything else until just the other day at E3 when we got this new trailer, just to be told the game won't be out till next year. And I'm like, Jesus, guys, come on.
That's so familiar to me.
What?
Oh my god.
Crystal. Oh, okay. Crystal Dynamics.
Yeah, that just...
Tomb Raider.
Okay. That's what
Tomb Raider.
Okay. Because I know they did something else also. Hang on.
Now, I watched the trailer for this, and I'm not going to say...
Soul Reaver, yes.
I'm hyped. I'm going to play the game. It looks like you get to play as each Avenger. And in the trailer, warning, spoiler, but it's in the trailer. It looks like you only get to play as Cap for a little bit before they fucking kill his ass. That being said, they really need to do some work between now and release because Scarlet looked a little rough. Thor looked a little rough.
They looked a little bit haggard, but then again, the gameplay looked good.
The gameplay did look good, but like, woof, for seeing what you guys can do with Final Fantasy and Tomb Raider and Hitman. Come on.
Yeah.
I love it. Someone posted a photo of the way she Black Widow looks. I think I said Scarlet Witch before, but I meant Black Widow. The way Black Widow looks in the trailer. Someone posted a photo of that, and then they posted the photo of the redhead from The Office when she dressed up as Black Widow.
Oh no.
So
okay, this one
I was iffy until I watched the gameplay.
I hate how much I want this game.
Did you like Minecraft?
Yes.
You played Minecraft
every so often.
Yeah. For me, I played it every now and then.
But I hate how good it looks.
My issue is that the people I play with, love them to death, and they probably listen. You guys got to stop starting new worlds. Let me finish a world.
Yeah, let's get to
finish a project.
Get to an end game. But Minecraft Dungeons looks like it plays just like Diablo. It has loot 'em up. I'm excited.
Well, and it's got like one of them had like a power and stuff like that. It wasn't just swinging the sword and stuff.
No, it had some actual abilities. So I'm curious to know, but at the same time, I'm actually gonna be a little excited. Like I'm not gonna take a step back and try and be the antagonistic person I would be in this situation. It actually looks good. It looks like the person who was the prime director behind it actually put some effort into it.
Yeah.
And that's for someone who watched someone play the Telltale Minecraft thing and go, that did not look like it had a lot of time put into it. I actually feel very bad that Patton Oswalt used his voice in this.
Now knowing what became of Telltale, we kind of see why.
And that's
not really. I don't think Microsoft or Mojang deserve the blame for that.
No.
And I don't even want to say the artists or the writers or the game developers over at Telltale deserve that. No. I feel like it was the people at Telltale who are pointing the fingers, telling you what to do, probably rushed that.
They kind of. Like, the story was there, it's just, it feels like it was not properly thought out. I wouldn't say rushed, I would say probably not thought out. Because if you do a no talking run, where basically you take the 3 dots down on the bottom for every answer, well, all the ones that actually don't, they say that they matter. Yeah. But if you do that, you can actually get through the whole fucking game. You don't need to say anything. And that's kind of a bother to me.
Telltale came out and they did what? They did the Jurassic Park one, and they did a few other small little ones that the Back to the Future one. They were good games. They're enjoyable. I played them both. And I go back to the Back to the Future one every now and then because it's fun. And now that actually storyline has been done as comics and stuff like that.
Oh, neat.
But then they came out with Wolf Among Us, and it was just like, holy shit.
And that one actually mattered.
Yeah.
That one actually fucking mattered.
That was the first one where things actually mattered. And then you got The Walking Dead, and The Walking Dead franchise blew up so much with its like 3 things. They focused on that so much we never actually got Wolf Among Us 2. But to see what, after having seen what they could do with Wolf Among Us and Walking Dead, to see what they did with Minecraft was weird.
Yeah.
So, but I'll probably play Dungeons. Okay, so what are we covering next?
Okay, we got Good and Evil, the Beyond.
Yeah,
Good
we'll
and
do
Evil.
that. So, I actually still haven't played the first one. I have it.
Okay, get into it.
Okay.
It is a little jank for its time.
It was original Xbox, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But getting bumped up, it holds up.
Granted, I shouldn't say original Xbox. I think it's a bad thing because Fable was original Xbox.
Yeah.
And Fable was pretty good.
Fable was really good. Original Halo was.
So we haven't watched the full live stream of this, but we did watch a 4-minute video that covered a lot of stuff. This game is going to be fucking huge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like I went into this trailer going, it's probably just going to be, some small time area. No, fucking planets.
You got a whole, solar system, planets, ships. You can customize your character. You can customize your ship. You can pick who's going to be on your crew. You got co-op. You got online multiplayer.
Yeah.
You got
it's gonna be great.
Single player. So far, I'm not seeing anything negative. I just hope it runs well.
Yeah.
Because something this big, you got to figure what the load time is going to be like.
The load times are going to be either astronomical or shaders are going to be allowed to be pulled back.
Hopefully.
So, I mean, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's a Ubisoft game, which I didn't know. So, I mean, that just means more stuff I can get my Uplay points from.
Tales of Arise. I'm a huge fan of Tales of series. The last couple have kind of pulled me away. They said they want to do something better for Tales of Arise, and lo and behold, I saw a little bit and I was excited.
What are the Tales series?
JRPGs that are based around story. Very beautiful. It has an anime intro for almost all of them.
Okay.
The fucking worlds, though. Look at this beautiful fucking landscape.
Yeah, so what you can obviously tell is that I don't know much about JRPGs.
Okay.
I do remember, now that I saw the big flaming guy, I do remember watching part of this for E3. So I just haven't had any experience playing any of the Tales games. So...
Yeah, Tales of the Abyss, Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Vesperia.
Is it something that you have to play in order?
No.
Okay.
All of them have their own, like, they're all pretty much the same combat styling.
Mm-hmm.
This one said to break that mold.
Okay.
So I'm
interesting.
Super interested. I'm ready. I want to experience this.
See that lady cracking open that chocolate orange?
Yeah, I'm wanting one of them. Mm-mm.
That's what it looked like. I don't know what that orb was, but she slammed it down. It looked like a chocolate orange.
I'm excited. I want this.
Okay.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. We just found out when in time this is placed.
Roughly, yeah.
Roughly.
It's definitely after Order 66, which we knew.
Which is
all, when
episode 3.
Yeah. Order 66, episode 3. It's also a big part of a lot of the expanded universe for books and stuff. It's when they killed off almost all the Jedis.
Yeah.
Which we knew because it's Fallen Order. It's like the Jedi Order has fallen. They're all being hunted down. We saw that in the original trailer. What I didn't know
66.
is that it was also going to have a bit of a connection to Rogue One because Lawrence Fishburne, I do believe, is the actor. No. Lawrence Fishburne's Morpheus. This is... Oh, I'm spacing on his name now. Forrest Whitaker.
Yes.
I don't know why, because they're nothing alike, but it's their names. I always get their names flipped. So it's Forrest Whitaker's character from Rogue One.
Before he goes crazy.
Yeah, before he goes a little not so cuckoo, and before he ages too much. Like, he's still kind of younger. So, I mean, probably closer to the beginning of Rogue One when you still see her as a kid.
Maybe, yeah.
Which would make sense because, you know, her being a kid around the time of Order 66.
Makes sense.
And then her being the age she's at with Leia and everything starting out. Yeah, because Leia and Luke are born the same time Order 66 goes down, like within the same day.
Yeah.
And then you have them pick up A New Hope, being like young
18,
adults.
20.
Yeah, like they're like they're around like 17, 18. Like Luke still has to follow the rules of his parents type of thing, or his aunt and uncle. So, okay, yeah, this puts it in that like 20-year timeline. The lightsaber fighting mechanics for this look amazing.
It looks good. I'm excited.
And I'm excited to actually battle someone else that has like a lightsaber or a staff that I can actually fight, because we were talking about Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
And while it was great, we didn't really fight people with lightsabers, and when you did, it'd be like the boss battles, but they'd be like throwing things at you. There was never really like a full clashing with the lightsabers battling the NPC thing, which now you're going to do. I also like that in this bit of video that we have, they're using the lightsaber as a flashlight, basically.
As a torch, yeah. And I'm like, that's kind of fucking neat, because that's what it... I mean, if you don't have a flashlight on you and you have a lightsaber, would you use it as a fucking...
Yeah, definitely. And I love the little droid that's with you.
Yeah, little pal.
I love the droids just in general. Playing the bit of a campaign you have for Battlefront 2. He just threw that droid into a trooper.
Yeah, and he even screams.
The bit of a time you have of a campaign for Battlefront 2, she's got a little droid, and I just love him.
Yeah.
So he just sits on your back. It's cool.
And he cuts people in half. Oh, it's so nice. But you can't dismember people, and I'm like...
I'm wondering if that's something that's going to change. I wonder if you can. You just have to do it right, because you were able to dismember people in Unleashed 1 and 2.
Yeah. So I mean, this is the major battle that probably got us both going, ooh.
Yeah, because you're fighting the guy with the double-sided, like, fucking taser stick thing. I don't know what they're called.
I don't know.
I know a lot about Star Wars, but there's certain things I just don't know the fucking names of. Yeah. Let's go ahead and move on to this one.
It's a game that I think Sox is going to like a lot.
Yeah.
It's like the trailer starts off all bubbly and happy and ends off on a little bit of a sad note. I'm excited. It looks like it's going to be really good.
This is the one where they hand drew and hand painted everything, right?
It looks like it, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you got to figure everyone's got to move on sometime.
So what's it called?
Spiritfarer.
Spiritfarer. So it's like you took the boat that's supposed to take you from the living to the death to the dead.
That some people are instigating that. Some people are mentioning it. The main catch of it is, what will you leave behind? And I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't do.
You guys haven't seen me play Fallout and Skyrim. I leave nothing behind. You know how many bent tin cans I have?
Yeah, but
you know how many cabbages I have?
Cabbages. I'm super keen on what it's gonna do on as far as
it looks really good.
And like, oh god.
So yeah, I guess you're ferrying people to their afterlives, but
I don't
you
know.
form a connection with them, and so it becomes hard to say goodbye.
I guess it's. I don't know if you
either that or
gain
he just went nuclear and took everyone out.
I don't know. I don't know if they are like, I know it's my time. I gotta go. I have to.
Yeah.
And then you gotta just basically say, in order for the world to continue on in a better state, I have to help them.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's.
We'll get more information later on.
Oh,
it's set for a 2020 release.
Set for 2020.
It's on Xbox One only. Does Socks have an Xbox?
Yeah.
An Xbox One?
Through family.
Okay. Yeah. So then she'll have the chance to get to it. Oh, I was talking to you about this. So many good games coming out. It's gonna break the bank so much.
It is gonna hurt us financially.
People buy some loot crates and buy some Tokyo Treat crates through our links,
or just fucking support us on Patreon.
Yeah. Or that too, but we don't have anything to give you for that.
Yeah,
so
we don't have anything to give you for that. But
we will gladly take your money. We will eventually find something to send you.
Yes.
But you know, what would probably be a good thing for the Patreon?
Go for it.
Reaction videos of you reacting to things you've never seen.
Oh,
I have accumulated way too much pop culture in my time, but you've still got some blanks.
I'm still a rookie.
We were just talking about the fact that you haven't actually seen 2001: Space Odyssey, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we could do reaction videos for the.
We could do some
for the Patreon. That'd be good.
I could pull up my camera. Fuck it.
So we'll figure out some Patreon stuff for you guys, but also we need to get you guys sharing us to your friends.
Yes.
So,
get us noticed.
But moving back to E3, what is Phantasy Star Online? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
So Phantasy Star Online is a game that's existed since before I was alive. Literally.
Yeah. So is like what, Doom?
No, Doom was after me, 91.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wow, Doom was 91, wasn't it? Holy
that one I knew because I got that literally a month after its release.
Okay. Doom was around before I was alive then.
There you go.
Barely, but
Phantasy Star was originally on the old Famicom, and then it got moved over here and tried to work around on other things. I think it was Master System. And then Sega just tried pushing it as hard as it can with the Genesis, with the Dreamcast, with Phantasy Star Online 1. And then later on, after Nintendo got kind of nudged in with Sega, they tried Phantasy Star 3 and 4. And so Phantasy Star is just this big JRPG style game, and now it has another
online version coming.
Yeah.
Question. What's your favorite Sega entrance? Are they opening? Because they did so many different ones. I'm wondering if you have a favorite one.
Shiny Force Neo.
Okay. I liked just the Sega.
Oh, you're talking about that one.
Yeah. I probably blew someone's eardrums there. I'm so sorry.
Nope, this board will stop that.
Okay. But, yeah, I love the one that was just, like, hardcore, like, Sega! It felt like you were getting ready to fight someone.
Sure. If I were to do that one, it would probably be the one from the Jurassic Park game where the T-Rex goes, Sega!
Gotcha. I also like the Sega.
Oh, the old Sonic one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like the one where it's like you're ready to like put your fist up because it's like Sega. You're like, oh,
let's go!
I gotta fight.
Beat your ass.
Okay, this is one I've been looking forward to since it was first teased, and now we just got even more about it, and I'm just more and more excited.
The Outer Worlds.
Now we noticed a few differences watching the new trailer. For instance, the guy that releases you,
his face.
he's looking younger and he's not as gray, and I'm wondering if that's something that changes throughout the game.
I don't know.
The original images, his hair is completely gray.
Yeah, this is original. This is new.
Oh, that's new? Are you sure?
Yes.
Because the new one, when we saw him, we weren't looking at him through the glass.
No, this is new. This is new.
Weird. Okay. So it's got to be because the trailer we just watched, we don't see him through the glass. We're actually seeing him like sitting in a chair. Then we see him talking on like a monitor. Whoever wakes you up from your cryo freeze.
Yeah. and I'm keen. I'm keen to denote who the hell.
It's gonna be only single player.
Fine.
Which is fine.
Fine.
But I'm just surprised in a world of co-ops they didn't go, oh, we're gonna have, oh, we'll have multiplayer. No, multiple endings. Never mind, multiple endings.
I was like, Quincy, no.
Yeah, no, I was reading that wrong. Yeah, I'm not mad about it. I mean, it's not like I expected them to do multiplayer. Just in a world of co-ops, I'm a little surprised. Multiple endings. You can be good. You can be bad. You can be a mixture of both. You can be just complete fucking psycho. I'm probably gonna play this game 6 times over. That was the one I was telling you about with the raccoon. Sorry, I just saw an ad for something and it reminded me. Yeah, the raccoon with the sword.
Okay, Biomutant. I knew it sounded familiar. I just didn't know.
Yeah.
When is that one coming out? Let's find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
I think it's just this year.
Yeah, this year.
Yeah,
it doesn't have anything. So
say.
Biomutant is something we've talked about Twice before. It's still in development. It's still working. I'm still.
Looks good.
I mean, it looks good. I'm still excited. I just don't know what to think about
This came up in our conversation about the Contra with the panda.
Yeah.
And you were like, I don't want to play as a panda. And I was like, what about playing as a raccoon?
Yeah.
So
that.
Is this a sequel? Or is this a remake? What is this?
Biomutant?
No, this.
Oh, this? Sequel.
Okay. I haven't played the first one yet.
Okay, I recommend it because it's very nice. It's Ori and the Blind Forest is the original, and Ori and the Will of the Wisps is the sequel.
I want to say it's available on my PlayStation Now. The first one.
Yeah, probably.
I could be wrong.
Either that or it'll probably be...
Maybe it was on my Xbox Game Pass. It's somewhere.
It's somewhere. I recommend it. Play it.
Ugh.
Yeah. This is
okay.
it.
Never mind. It's showing spider webs and spider... No, I'm good.
No, you good?
I checked out.
Okay.
No, I'll probably still play. Ooh, fuck that thing.
Yeah, it's all googly wiggly.
It's like a big radioactive spider.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe I'll get powers. Never mind. I'm back in.
Yeah, and then look
or
at this
I'll
thing.
get very sick and die.
Yeah. Like, it's a very, very congested world.
Yeah.
And you're just one little tiny sprite. And I'm like, that's fucking cool. David Goliath all the way. Just no stopping. And you do gain powers. You do gain a lot of really interesting... It's a Metroidvania.
Ooh, you just threw fire in that bitch's face.
Yeah, just take a whole entire lantern and just yeet it. But I like
it. That one looks interesting. What's the release date on this one?
February 11th, 2020.
That's not too far.
That's not too far.
We got, what, just a little over half a year?
Now, let's hit this one really hard. Here we go. I'm taking off the hat. So, Keanu Reeves called us breathtaking.
Well, not us. We weren't in the audience.
No, he said all. He said all, Quincy. We are all breathtaking.
I think I'm breathtaking in that you come around the corner and see me there and you go, type away. But, No, yeah, he came out on stage. Someone yelled at you, you're breathtaking. He went, no, you're breathtaking, and then responded to say, you're all breathtaking. And my understanding is, and I could be wrong, but my understanding is the guy tweeted about it afterwards. It was like, Keanu Reeves just called me breathtaking. And then Cyberpunk's Twitter tweeted back at him and said, and you also just got a copy of the game. Check your DMs.
Oh.
And that was really cool. But yeah, he was the big reveal. Like probably the biggest reveal at E3 was just, hey, guess what? Keanu Reeves is in Cyberpunk 2077. Oh, by the way, he's also here on stage.
Yeah, and he was super aloof. He was very...
He was Keanu
bubbly.
Reeves.
He was very bubbly. He was very nice, very wholesome.
Yeah.
So between him, the dog that was on stage...
Oh, I love the dog.
Such a good doggo. And there was a female that announced something. I can't recall what, but this is the E3 that I'm going to call the wholesome E3.
Yeah.
And also the guys from our Arcane Lion.
I don't remember.
Arkham Lion? Hold on.
But we finally have a release date for Cyberpunk 2077.
Which is not that far away.
April 16th.
Arcane Lion.
April 16th of next year. So finally getting some stuff going with that one.
Finally. So the next game I want to talk about is Deathloop. Deathloop.
We kind of touched on it for just a second before.
We dabbled. So it's made by the other people who are saying was wholesome. Two French guys popped up on stage and they gave a pretty fair contrast of, hey, you're two assassins, pick one. One's trying to break the cycle, one's trying to keep the cycle alive.
Yeah, they keep killing each other and then coming back.
And it's pretty cool. I like it. And I like this whole 1980s.
Oh, like Grindhouse.
Yeah, Grindhouse style.
Yeah. Grindhouse style not
Cover.
game graphics, but like opener for the trailer. Kind of the looks on some of the advertisements and stuff.
Yeah, and I mean the
You know who the main character reminds me of?
Idris.
Yes, like young Idris.
Yeah,
Like he could play him in the movie.
I'm down. And then you learn from every cycle, so I mean that's cool. I'm gonna stay on the subject of cycling your own time by bringing up this game, and it's basically you have 12 minutes. 12 minutes from the time you wake up to when something of bad catastrophe is going to happen.
That's normally me going to work.
Okay.
12 minutes from when I wake up, something.
But this one involves death.
Oh, okay.
So, you have 12 minutes to figure it out. 6 of which you have a discussion with your wife who tells you she's pregnant. And the trailer immediately goes, before she says, I have an announcement to make. And he's like, you're pregnant. I know. You've told me this before.
12 times in the last 12 minutes.
Yeah, and then it's like, he says, there's going to be a guy at the door. What did you do about your father? I need to know. And then she's like, what? Why are you doing this? And then it begins to like devolve, and then all of a sudden, dum, dum, dum. Police, open up. We have a warrant for your arrest. And then she yells out at him, and it's like, there's got to be a lot of conflict and choice. And I fucking love that shit.
It's kind of like your own little Groundhog's Day Russian doll, but like on a very small scale. You only have the 12 minutes.
You have 12 minutes, and you don't have a lot of
You're
places
pretty
to
much
go.
in one little apartment.
You're in an apartment that has about 4 rooms. And just trying to figure that shit out.
I don't know. Look at that. The living room is doubling as the kitchen.
Yeah, it's the kitchen dinette, and then you have this one here.
Okay, so it looks like there's different versions.
I don't know. It's very...
That's
very
the same room again.
Yeah, it's very strange. I don't know. And then there's a bathroom, of course, that has 2 doors that go into a bedroom. But even still...
I'd hate to pass through the shitter to get to the bedroom.
I mean, there's probably 2 inches into the bedroom.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I was just thinking, like, that would be terrible.
That would be
That would be a really bad design.
That would be a very terrible design. I mean, some actually do that. But super keen on how it's going to play out. Super keen on learning about it.
So here's something weird that we here in America do that a lot of other places don't do.
Mm-hmm.
Our laundry rooms being their own separate thing, or being like in your place, yours is kind of off your patio, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Normally they go in the bathroom, or sometimes off the kitchen.
Yeah.
But here in America, we really like to put them as their own space.
Yeah. Because we don't mix our noodles with our clothing.
Yeah. Well, the way I eat.
You right.
I'm messy.
You are right.
And I'm cooking tonight, so this will be great.
I mean, but you're going to have an apron on.
Yeah, probably. I'm making burgers.
Burgers. I like burgers.
I like that they're doing this next one, because this may be when I jump in.
Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. Wololol.
I don't know what that is.
It's one of the shepherds.
Okay.
They whenever you click on them, they go wololol.
I like city builders already, so like city builders with a little something extra, like Age of Empires, sounds cool. I never actually sat down and played it. I know they're doing a new Tropico that I'm pretty excited for. I like Tropico games.
Neutral. I'm not one for politics as far as what would trade, what isn't going to trade. Are you a dictator? Are you a fascist type? Are you,
I don't really make my places tourist attractions.
That's fine.
That's not what I go for.
And you steal all the wonders of the world.
Not too much. Like I normally kind of go with building like a lot of like places for like yachts, or not yachts, but like cruise ships to come in, stuff like that.
Oh, neat. But I mean, I'm super keen for Age of Empires 2. I've enjoyed Age of Empires 2 for a long time during the late 90s, I would say.
So with this definitive edition that they're doing, are they like upgrading the way it looks or anything?
I mean, from the look of it, yeah, it does. What do you wololo?
Okay, so that's really a thing.
That is really a thing. Yeah, it looks a little bit brought up. It doesn't look too
you
much.
can tell it's not a 2019 game, but
yeah. I would say it does look a little bit better, but it's hard to say what it's actually gonna do.
How much control do you actually have over your troops when like you're invading a place?
All of them.
Wow.
Yeah, individualism.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm about to give this a shot probably. I wonder what the price tag is going to be though.
I'm hoping 30. Let's see.
30 wouldn't be bad. Oh, 20.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Wow.
And it's even got some extra content too.
Yeah, bringing the total count to what was that? A free new campaign with will also be included, bringing the total count to 25. 3 new civilizations are being added as well, which bumps the count to 35. Wow. Sweet.
And so
I get this then.
And the campaigns are actually kind of long. Like you'll this one's one that it may seem kind of casual. You're going to be sitting there for about an hour and a half per mission during the late game stuff. Like the Attila the Hun ones, very short, but when you're getting into like the Joan of Arc arcs, those ones are a little bit longer.
It says in matters relating to actual game content, all the currently released DLCs for Age of Empires 2 HD will be present in the definitive edition. So you're getting a lot of shit for $20. Who did this article?
This would be Destructoid.
Okay, I like you for answering my questions right there. Thank you, Destructoid.
One of the major cheat things you can do is type in how do I drive this thing, and it pulls out a Shelby Cobra that shoots stone bullets.
Okay.
And it goes, and you drive them around and blow them up. It's it's the strongest thing, but as soon as you do it, you're labeled as a cheater.
Yeah.
And so the enemies bump up a little bit.
Achievements.
Probably not. Well, I mean, but this is back before achievements.
Yeah.
But the cheats do make a return, and none of them have changed from their classic iterations. So you will be able to, how do you turn this on? Which is the AC. The Destructoid article, man, hold on. I got to give you shouts. Peter Glagowski, you are fucking amazing for writing this out.
Thanks, bro.
You know what I was trying to get to, and you did it to me. I appreciate
Yeah, like within like the first 2 paragraphs, he gave me everything I wanted.
And it gave me the thing that I was like, I think it's how do we drive this thing? No, how do you turn this on? Is the fucking cheat code for that. And then there's one that is 2 smithereens, which is like a guy carrying a powder keg that just runs in and does a lot of damage and just blows up. And I can remember these things. Cheesesteak Jimmy's gives you 500 food.
I probably don't remember to be able to write them down anymore, but I bet you if you put a PlayStation 2 controller in my hand, I could do all the cheats for Sims still.
See, like, it's just all the recesses in the back of my mind. Like, I can do all of the...
Like the finger motions would still be in my head.
Yeah, I can do all of the ones for Doom. IDDQD, ID KFA, IDCLIP. Oh, there's one more. Oh, no.
It's amazing the shit our heads remember.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got on the list here?
Ukulele.
Okay.
And the Impossible Lair.
So, playing a little tiny guitar type thing? Did you not make that connection?
I got the connection, and I already knew about the connection. I just don't like that you played really hard on that. So this one, for those who don't know, ukulele didn't sell too well, but people still enjoyed it. It was weird. So
Peggy 3, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, Team 17, the ones who did Worms, all that. They're gonna do Ukulele and the Impossible Lair.
Who at one point actually picked up what was it? The Norman Reedus game before it stopped being the Norman Reedus game.
Silent Hills?
Yeah, but what was the little trailer called? PT. Originally they picked up PT and then changed their minds and got rid of it.
Yeah, because they were like, this is out of our realm. So this one's going to be somewhat along the lines of trying to stay 2.5D and have you move around in a very, very locked camera view. Mm-hmm. So people are saying this is basically Donkey Kong Country, but worse. Some people are saying it's going to be worse because of how it's isometric style, and they're wanting it to be like actual, like this, where it's straight up visage of 2 dimensions.
Yeah, they want
what
left
really,
to right, but we're getting up and down for a lot of it.
The reason why I'm not hating too hard on this game is because Grant Kirkhope came back, did music.
That's cool.
You got me, my dude.
It's like when they did the remake for Spyro. They got what's his name from the Police to come back, and he did the original music.
Yeah, so I mean, just as long as you get who is supposed to be doing this stuff.
Another fun thing they did with the original Spyro, you could pick whether you want the new soundtrack or the original soundtrack in the settings. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, okay.
So when's this come out? It's going to be on everything.
It's going to be on Switch, Steam, PS4, Xbox One.
Do we have a release date?
It
doesn't look like it.
It doesn't look like it. So
it's not on the trailer. So It's all right. It probably just isn't ready yet.
Yeah, so we'll say soon. Grant Kirkhope comes back, makes some music. He does amazing work on music. He's done amazing work on music. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
So I kind of made a comment about this before we were recording. It's another Dragon Ball Z fighter, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah, and you're mainly stuck around Goku.
Yeah. And I feel like this is... Calling it Kakarot is great because there's going to be so many people out there who are like, I'm a Dragon Ball Z fan, and you're going to say Kakarot, and they're going to be like, what?
Who?
And then you're going to show them Goku, and they're going to be like, that's Goku, though. You know, they're just not going to understand, and it's going to be great because now we're going to be able to call them all out. No.
Yeah.
It looks good.
It looks really good.
I was surprised they were already coming out with one.
Yeah, and I mean, it fucking looks amazing, and it looks like it plays amazing. When I saw the Goku versus Frieza fight, that's what really sold me because it made it feel like you were going to be oppressed by someone who was a dog against the wall, just shooting. And
you have Vegeta turn into full ape and everything.
Yeah, it's all apparently all arcs.
That's pretty cool.
So I'm okay with this.
Now it says all arcs. So you think it's going super and everything?
I think it might lead into Super with some DLC.
Okay,
but I don't know. As far as I know, it's Dragon Ball Z, not Super. Yeah, you saw that, didn't you?
Yeah, that was a lot of shit coming at you at once from Frieza.
Yeah, get fucking hype. Fucking light them up. Fucking Asura Strike.
Any clue what we're looking at for voice actors on this?
All the same. Justin Cook.
Sweet.
Whoever did Krillin, I can't remember his name right now.
I'm spacing on Frieza's name as well, but I know that it's the same one that does Genkai and Yu. But no, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, and now the Dark Pictures Man of Medan, which is made by the people who did Until Dawn.
Oh yeah, this is their new like horror boat one. Yeah, this one I'm looking forward to.
Some of the fucking images are really nice to just look at.
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing with the first one.
First one, yes. Second one has a little bit more creep factor.
Yeah.
More than like just awkward advances, if you will, because you had a couple of the characters doing some. Hey, I'm trying to impress you.
Yeah.
Now I killed a bird. How do you think of that? Haha. And then this one, you actually have fucking chilling images. Kind of mad that they didn't get Peter Stormare to play the narrator between the chapters, but I guess he can't do all of them.
I'm assuming they wanted this to be its own thing.
Fine.
However, looking at that face, I'm pretty sure I know who that is.
Oh, more than likely. Like most of these people are okay actors.
What's this one called again?
Man of Medan. Man of Medan.
Oh, okay, Man of Medan.
Man of Medan.
I'm gonna pull up the cast, but we can move on.
Let me see. Yeah. But I'm excited. I'm super hyped that it's going to be another game similar like this. As said, just hope that it doesn't.
Yeah,
it's
got Sean Ashmore.
Who?
Oh, he's in the X-Men movies as Bobby Drake, but I'm pretty sure the most recent thing you would know him from is Quantum Break.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, and I'm saving the best for last in my list. Ghostwire Tokyo. I fucking loved this trailer. I'm kind of upset that I didn't see Sinking City in E3.
I mean, the game's already out.
Sinking City?
Isn't it?
No.
Oh. I thought it was out.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. It comes out at the end of this month.
Yeah, I kind of would have. That's it. I kind of would have liked a little bit.
That's
more.
probably why they didn't, though. I mean, it's so close. They've already released so much.
Just keep fucking teasing me. Make me want this game. But good news. I still got something just as good in my opinion. Ghostwire Tokyo, made by Shinji fucking Mikami of Resident Evil. I love Shinji Mikami. I love him to death. I don't think the guy could do technically no bad in actual aspect size. The only thing I would say he shaked a little bit on would be Evil Within.
Oh, he did Evil Within?
He did Evil Within.
I
He
still
helped
haven't played
the creative direction for it.
How far did he go in Resident Evil?
All of them, I think.
Oh, all of them?
I believe so.
Including Operation Raccoon City?
No.
Okay, because I was like, I think we may have found the weak spot.
I don't want to be a pro fucking member. Just tell me what the fuck he did.
You clicked on the pro link, that's why.
How do I get the fucking regular link
I don't know.
then?
Just go to IMDb and type his name in. Stop being weird.
Well,
Well, that's why you were in videos.
Oh. Okay, so Evil Within 1, Evil Within 2, Shadows of the Damned, Killer 7, which is a great game.
This is just his producing.
Holy fucking shit, he did the fucking Phoenix Wright games.
Yeah, this is just as a producer.
Yeah, even still, producing is still having your hands on the game.
Okay,
Holy fuck.
I saw a thing online, I have to agree. Give us a new Dino Crisis. Give us a Dino Crisis at today's level. I saw a fan mock-up, and you're not going to make those noises anymore.
No?
No.
Why?
The fan mock-up looks beautiful. Like, if what Dino Crisis could be at today's level.
Alright, I just searched up Dino Crisis mock. Let's go. What we got?
I'm not sure that's going to bring up the right.
Well, then don't tell me it's a mock-up.
Well, I mean, a fan-made thing. Whatever you want to call it.
Okay. Oh, we'll look for it later.
Yeah.
But even so, Shinji Mikami has had his hands on a lot of fucking games. God Hand, another really great but heavily underrated game in my opinion. Vanquish, a high-speed shoot-'em-up game. Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2. Guess what? Resident Evil 3. Hey, look at that. Resident Evil Code Veronica. Devil May Cry 1.
He's just
That's a good one.
knocks stuff out of the park. I found the Dino Crisis thing.
That's a good one. Okay, that's a good one. I like him. I don't think he's done very many quote unquote bad projects. Like he's done a few lackluster projects, but I wouldn't necessarily call them bad.
I heard Evil Within got panned, but I think it's because the marketing on that showed it as something different than what it ended up being.
Sure.
Because
yeah.
a lot of the marketing only showed you that opening thing where you're dealing with that guy in that house before shit goes tits up and you like end up in this fucked up world.
Yeah.
So I feel like they marketed the game as something other than what it was.
And to be fair, it kind of did that, but at the same time, it was still an entertaining game. It still had characters that were memorable. It still had enemies that were...
I haven't played it, so I can't speak negatively about it. I'm just saying I think it was one of those ones that the marketing failed it.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Those are really the games we were hyped out for.
Yeah,
some of the big news. There were some smaller things.
There was like a flight simulator. I don't know if you want to hear me talk about a goddamn flight simulator.
There was Just Dance is still running on the Wii, which is just blowing my mind.
We talked about that, strangely.
Now, here's my question for you. What were you hoping for that didn't show up?
Sinking City, but as you mentioned, it's coming out later this year.
Yeah. Later this month.
Or later this month. I'm kind of stranged out that we didn't see anything from Bethesda aside from Fallout 76 and Wolfenstein.
Yeah, but I'm also kind of happy because it's like,
oh, and Doom.
Don't show us things that aren't ready for us to see, because I feel like they pushed 76 too soon.
I would take a trailer. I would take something.
Yeah, well,
give me something to let
us know. A little bit more of a tease of Elder Scrolls 6 would have been nice.
Yeah, something that lets us know that you're still working on the project and not putting fucking Elder Scrolls Blades on the goddamn Switch. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm okay with that. It's just, I don't have it, so of course I'm going to be mad. Because if I don't have a Switch, of course I'm going to be like, you dense motherfucker,
Yeah, well, I have Blades on my phone. It's fine. I don't really think it needs to go on the Switch, but...
Yeah, and people were cheering.
Yeah.
People were fucking cheering.
Yeah.
I'm like, did they pay you off? How much? I'm curious.
I mean, people are allowed to be excited for it. I mean, it's Elder Scrolls on the Switch in a sense, you know.
But is that anything to pull out a fucking birthday cake for?
No, because it's not a birthday.
Okay, fine. Pull out a celebrational cake to eat.
I feel like everyone's just dying for content on the Switch, so I guess so. Because I feel like every time someone says, and this is going to be Switch, everyone goes ape shit.
For some odd reason.
I think it's just people are pushing through everything on the Switch so quickly that they're dying for more content. Which is crazy because it's like, There's actually a lot out for the Switch now.
There's a lot out for the Switch, but now some of the stuff that's out for the Switch, I can get on PC.
They're bringing a lot of old stuff out on the Switch, and people were just like, really? Oh my god, I can't wait. And it's like, you realize that you could play this on something else just the same.
Yeah, but people are wanting it on the Switch. They're wanting it on that fucking handheld.
So the thing I was hoping for, being at E3, showed up. That was Watch Dogs. Now, there's one other thing I was hoping for.
Sleeping Dogs.
Well, Sleeping Dogs would have been nice, but there was no reason why that was going to be. So I didn't entertain that thought at all.
Oh, okay.
They skipped last year and were bullied by a fellow company. And it seems they skipped this year again. Where the fuck was Rocksteady? What the hell are you working on? Rocksteady is a Warner Brothers company that did Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight. They did not do Arkham Origins.
Let's see if they are working on something.
They are. They are working on a game. They said it will still be superhero. Rumors are that it is Superman. They are not showing anything. You go to their website, you look at anything, they are absolutely not.
So they're
doing
dark.
anything. They are dark. They were supposed to show up to show this rumored Superman game last year, was the understanding. And when they didn't, NetherRealm made fun of them, which is another Warner Brothers company. So it was making fun of them within the company. And then they straight up just no hide, no hair of them at this one. At this year's E3. And I'm like, what the hell? I mean, don't get me wrong, Arkham Knight had its issues, but the Arkham franchise was an amazing franchise, and I've been dying for a new game from them. Even with it being rumored to be Superman, which I really am like, I don't want that.
But it might make you a fan.
Well, no, it's not going to make me a fan.
Well, okay, it might make you a fan of that game.
The thing is, the Arkham games were such an amazing thing, and we've seen Spider-Man kind of took some nods from them, and they really did some good stuff with it. But the Superman game is going to be so different from the Arkham games because he can fly and whatnot. I would have liked to have seen like a Green Arrow game from them. That would have been good. Or a Batman Beyond game.
Something.
Even though Batman Beyond can fly too.
Something uncommon.
Yes and no. Something that I feel is more in their wheelhouse than Superman. And not to say that they can't do Superman. It's just more with what they gave us, I don't want Superman.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at on that. That was the one I really was hoping would show up, and they didn't.
Damn shame.
Yeah. There's always next year, or there's PAX again.
Yeah, there's a lot of PAXs coming through.
Comic-Con. Comic-Con's going to happen here real soon.
Yep. Next week, we will talk about all 4 movies that we've seen and Comic-Con.
The Amazing Las Vegas Comic-Con, not the big San Diego
Comic-Con. Oh, no. Yeah, no. Is that still press pass to get in, or
no? You can buy tickets. You have to wait in line for hours though, and a lot of times you get up there and find out the ticket you were hoping for is sold out.
Huh?
I've got a friend that goes every year.
Oh wow.
Him and his daughter go every year. They wait in line for hours sometimes.
Wow.
It's a hell of a process. It's easier to get in if you're press.
Yeah. Get a fucking 3DS and wait it out.
And now Kevin Smith actually does things with IMDb on their yacht because they have a boat that they basically pull up to the harbor by the convention center now.
And he just walks right in, I bet.
No, he sits on the boat the whole time. He doesn't do the...
He doesn't walk into Comic-Con?
No, the boat thing is part of Comic-Con.
Oh!
Yeah. It's a whole thing. Oh. But yeah, I mean, we know we went along on this for 2.5 hours, almost 240. We're getting close to 240 right now. But I mean...
It was a good E3.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good really good E3.
I was happy with
I don't feel disappointed.
Like I said, there was one company I was hoping for, and while they didn't show, I wasn't betting all of E3 on it by any means.
No.
I think Sony needs to get their shit together, though.
Yeah,
That's all I gotta say. Especially with the rumored price tag on that PlayStation 5, you really gotta fucking make me want it at this point.
Yeah, and then you also have their State of Play, which, as we were talking about before mics went hot, State of Plays have been kind of boring.
I think we might have covered it on mic. I'm not sure.
Even still, they're not doing anything impressive. They're not talking to us. They're just saying, "Here's trailer 1. Here's trailer 2." With the Nintendo Direct, they said, we try and strive for this, that, the other. They basically connect to us, and then they do their signature fucking snap.
Yeah, and then...
Which I'm curious if one of those is actually Thanos snapping another company out of business.
Devolver, they had a whole goofy storyline, and
it's still going, and it's great. With the way they ended that one, they might not appear at E3 next year because they say we can do it anytime now. We don't need to wait for E3.
I'm assuming this is their way of being able to go like, oh, we can drop a direct at PAX without having to show up and do everything at PAX. This is our way of being able to drop a direct at E3 without having to do a big event. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But
drop some F-bombs.
Yeah, I don't know. I like watching Microsoft go up there. I like watching Ubisoft go up there. I like watching Bethesda go up there. I know you get your issues with Todd Howard, but I like watching them go up and do stuff.
This year I didn't mind him.
I don't like watching people have to get up and go into another room to watch a guitar.
The only reason why I'll retract the Todd Coward name today is because when I saw him, he went up and he says, after much reviewed criticism. So that means he has acknowledged it.
Yeah.
He has technically apologized for it, and then he has worked hard to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a developer. You are no longer Todd Coward in my eyes. You are Todd Howard once more. Just keep doing work, but don't rush it. If it needs to be pushed back, push it fucking back.
One thing, can you pull up
you got it
again? I want to see, did Insomniac drop anything? Because I haven't heard anything.
Insomniac's been dark too.
I'm curious. Okay, yes, Stormland, coming this year. Occult Rift. Oculus Rift. Okay, sorry.
It's okay. There was a bit of white. There was a bit of white there.
It was doing like a weird twitchy screen thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're doing an Oculus Rift game, which I don't care about.
And you get robot hands.
Yeah.
Oh, and you fly around.
Yeah.
It looks okay.
Anything else?
I gotta go back. Gums. We're going back to the gums.
Seedling?
Seedling is already out.
Already out? Okay.
Yeah. And it looks like it's a interactive style.
I know that they're talking that their goal is Spider-Man will be...
What is that?
Unspoken. I know that they're talking their goal is that Spider-Man will be a trilogy. It looks like it's another VR game.
No!
So yeah, it looks like Insomniac just worked on some VR stuff, so... Okay, that's fine.
Oh, don't do it. Don't make this look good and then have it be VR. Oh, wow, it's having me.
Ooh, you have to put your
birth. And this time I'm not lying. So that way Quincey doesn't yell at me. Okay, hit me.
Is it gonna be VR? Dun, dun, dun. No.
Oh, okay. Hit me with it. Edge of Nowhere is what this one's called.
It looks like an exploration game.
And I love me some exploration.
Oh, it looks like there was a weird creature.
Yes, give me the Cthulhu
So is this already out?
beast. By now.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh, god damn it!
It's Oculus. Never mind. Yeah, it looks like they signed a big Oculus deal then. I don't get it. How are you going to make a VR game and only make it on the Oculus? I mean, how many people own the Oculus versus how many people own the HTC Vive versus how many people own, the PlayStation VR? I own a PlayStation VR. I know 2 people that own HTC Vives.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to do a VR game, you just need to make it available. You don't make it just Oculus. All right. Well, that's all I wanted from that. I was wondering if there was anything fancy or new. But yeah, there's talks that they want to make Spider-Man a trilogy.
I'm down for that.
So 2 more. Oh, Fallen Order will have prequel comics, by the way.
Ooh.
Yep, to get you to fully understand what's going on. Yep, yeah, that's another Oculus one.
God fucking damn it. It looks good, but whatever. Fuck you, Insomniac. I love you, but I need you to not make your games for fucking Oculus Rift. Love you.
That's a game company I wouldn't mind working for, though. Insomniac.
Yeah, but there's a game called the Unspoken, and it looks just so fucking rad from just the clickable.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, Oculus. I'm like, I don't have an Oculus. I don't have a need for an Oculus. I don't have a need for VR right now.
There's a new Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, there's new.
I love Ratchet and Clank.
I know you do. Me, I'm neutral to it.
The movie was okay.
Was it?
Yeah, my issue with the movie was it kind of rewrote the first game, and I was like, no, why'd you do that? So, that's it, guys. Big E3. I'm sure there's plenty we didn't talk about that you guys saw, heard about, and maybe some of you were there. Hit us up with your E3 stories if you were there.
Yeah, or if you have a game that we did not mention, because I tried grabbing everything. So if
it's impossible to grab everything.
There was a couple indie things I left off because they were going to get released either later on this month or next month. So I wasn't going to talk about them until they were released. But if you want to talk about them, I am more than happy to talk to you about them. Do hit us up on our respective Twitters, or if you want to hit us both up, we're at the real Ugly Mugs,
Mm-hmm.
just hit us up. We love talking with you guys. We actually enjoy reaching out and talking with people.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.